Welcome, everyone, to RazörFist Arcade Live. We are back with a fresh new installment, a much-requested installment. We started playing Thief Gold. That was actually a full computer ago. So that's right. Been a while, and ever since we sort of updated that, it basically upgrading the hardware, we actually made it less likely that we can stream that fucking game. So I don't know what the fuck we did, but I finally figured out how to make it work. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna play one of the greatest stealth games ever made. Honestly, more of a stealth simulator, which is one of the reasons Dishonored fails so fucking profoundly to copy this game in every fucking way, is because Thief was a simulator. Dishonored, just a stealth game, and not a particularly good one. Actually, it's more of a BioShock, kind of a wannabe hybrid, whatever the fuck.
It really was just BioShock.
Wannabe Deus Ex. Alright, gang, if you're ready, we will delve into the world of the city and step into the shoes of Garrett. Does he wear shoes?
They attacked my home planet!
How did we not get that at all on the last stream?
I don't know.
We were playing BattleTech, and we're gonna have BattleTech notifications on this stream, by the way, which I don't mind, honestly. Hey. It's not thematically consistent with Thief, but whatever. So, let's do this. I should probably turn my microphone down just a smidge. Alright. Let's do it! Your Master Thief. Okay, do please tell me if it's showing.
I'm a checking.
Oh, say hello to the nice people, Taryn Gelb.
It says you're a heretic!
There's your greeting.
There's my greeting. How you doing, everybody? Everybody chilling tonight?
Alright. Let us do some controls, make sure we have everything set up on that front. I do believe we do. Good? Okay, sweet. We can see it. Right on, guys! We got it to work! How about that? So, when we left off, I believe we were about to play the Downwind Thieves Guild.
Oh yeah, you don't like this one.
The worst fucking mission in all of Thief. Yeah. So I think I was part of the way. I did a little test Twitch stream a while back that only people who were eagle-eyed got to see. So I do believe I will restart this for the benefit of those who are just joining us, and we will delve into some Thieves Guild.
Hello, Taffer.
Hold on.
Oh, yes.
Let's watch the intro. These fantastic animated cutscenes. Painted cutscenes.
Painted?
Yeah. By one of the game's designers, cutscene artists, and voice actors. Between the hammer and the anvil! To reject the hammer is to denounce the builder!
I was going to pay Lord Randall and his vase collection a visit, but the Downwind Thieves Guild beat me to the score. Word is that they haven't divvied the booty yet.
Who has a vase collection?
Apparently their leaders, Donnell and Reuben, are arguing over the prized sapphire vase. Sounds like they could use a third party to settle their disagreement.
Sounds like that guy's a burn victim. What the fuck is that?
Steal the vase from them. They'll be so busy blaming each other, no one will suspect an outsider. The Downwinders run a gambling den called the Overlord's Fancy, which operates under a nearby restaurant. The guild's hideout is beneath the casino.
Super.
I have a rough map of the complex I got from sources from the inside. Once I'm in the Overlord's Fancy, I'll have to search for the secret entrance to the hideout. I have to be careful. The Downwinders know me all too well. If they catch sight of me, they'll know who took the vase. Assuming they don't just kill me for trespassing. Finding the vase may prove difficult since I have no idea where it is. Should be a hot topic of conversation among the Downwinders.
Yeah, they'll be sitting around painting their fingernails black,
they're stashing it,
putting purple hair dye on their bangs. All right. Those are just the briefing cutscenes, by the way. But yeah, Dan Thrawn was the one who painted those. I don't know that he painted those specifically. He painted the actual cutscenes, which we'll see in a little bit, which are drop-dead gorgeous. They're literally just moving paintings. And it's one of the big things Thief was missing, along with actual gameplay and story that makes sense.
He's back.
I'm coming for you.
Are we gonna go Bronson on this fucking mission? Alright, so we have some cash to play with here. Let's go with that. We definitely need water arrows, and we definitely need rope arrows. And a flash bomb never hurt anyone. Speed potion, I don't think I've used that one flingin' flangin' fucking time. Noisemaker arrow, I'll go with another moss arrow, and then we will go on our merry way. Okay, gang.
It says you're a heretic!
How very appropriate.
Huh?
Password?
Reeves Balls Sutter, it's me.
Security is necessary to prevent exposure and dilution of talent.
Oh, like
You want
EA.
to argue with the lords? Now what's the password?
Hand of shadow.
Not even these guys are that big of thieves.
Open the door, okay?
Well, now he hasn't given me the password.
Are you taffing me?
That guy who just spoke, by the way, that's the guy who painted the cutscenes.
Security is necessary to
And I'm standing here listening to Dano tell you the password. You think he's gonna let me if I'm not in the guild? Or you think I'm lackwit enough not to remember it?
Sutter.
I love just
up
the
with
little
your hairs
details.
away.
I love
If
the
you
little
start putting it like
lamps
I'm
that have
that
the
much of a
weird
fool,
fucking
there will be
steampunky
blood.
energy
Now
source
open
on
this
top.
door.
The energy source is almost as bright as the light is. Actually, I think it's brighter. Ah.
This is...
Now, if that had shut, would it have been locked?
Hold on. Probably. You hide behind the door here. I think she spotted me. Doesn't matter though, she's just a servant. But this is pretty much the only way to ghost this level. Aha. And there's a very convoluted way. That actually was a very well-timed music cue for breaking in here. Let's see here. I'm gonna hide in this shadow, because I think there's a guy who comes by here. But there's a very convoluted way to get in here. So you break into this tavern or whatever. But, of course, the Thieves Guild is underneath-ish. And this is a classic example of original Thief level design, where it's like a level within a level within a level. It's not a particularly good example, because it's not a very good mission. I mean, once you get it down, it's at least less annoying, but... Let's try this. Alright, there we go. Did I just get a rope arrow? So you have to actually go down the chimney like a purloining fucking Santa Claus. Or down the furnace, I don't know what the fuck that is. I guess it's the chimney. Well, no, it's not a chimney, because it doesn't go to the roof.
Did I just see what I think I saw?
Shut up. You don't have peripheral vision, asshole.
I guess.
Okay, so we saved here. Let's get over here. And of course, if this mission decides not to cooperate...
Someone there? Over here! He has a sword!
Yeah, that bitch is a little hyperactive.
Someone get him!
Okay.
Ooh, listen to that music.
game has a great soundtrack, a very underrated, rarely referenced fucking soundtrack. But it was interesting because it's kind of a medieval game, and electronics sort of, I don't know, drum and bass sort of elements. There are even some techno elements in the soundtrack. Really not common at the time.
They're so busy gambling their money away, they won't notice if I take a bit.
Always good for me. Let's see here.
It's quiet now.
Let's make things a little more cozy, shall we? What's this? Oh, hi. What do you have? Is that a key? You can lean forward in this game. Nobody ever thinks to lean forward.
It's quiet now.
Like MSNBC.
I was gonna say that. It was either CNN or MSNBC. I couldn't remember which one.
Does it really matter?
No.
Was
actually.
it the turd smoothie or the cow pie sandwich? Which? What a grand fucking difference it makes.
Out of here.
Huh. Let's get over here. It's a little tricky because there's electric lighting in here. This game, for those who are uninitiated, I don't know how you...
Like the Major always says.
Information is ammunition.
Exactly. Whoa, casino key. Where does that lead?
That was a big one, too. Let me know when you're prepared for donations.
You can probably ask one.
Let's start. Somebody started before the stream even began.
Turn, ass munch.
Fellow Taffer says, "Who's your favorite fictional character?" This is like the easiest question ever.
Oh, you'd be surprised. My favorite overall, man. I'm looking over at my books there, and I'm not. Well, I mean, maybe Daredevil. I've always liked how
Thought I saw something.
flawed but uncompromisingly heroic Daredevil is. That's the thing I dig about him. He's this flawed character, but there's so many flawed characters, especially in modern comic book fiction, that are just a great big pile of flaws and no virtue. Daredevil's not that. That's never been him. The whole story with Daredevil is, you know, if Spider-Man is with great power comes great responsibility, Daredevil's is it's not how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you get back up.
Yeah.
Right? That's totally the moral of Daredevil's story. Which I dig. It's totally kind of a fuck the world, you know, the world can beat you down, but you'll always come back swinging, basically. Kind of thing.
See,
So
I thought you were gonna say like the Shadow or Elric.
The Shadow would be up there. I mean, no question. I've always been a Shadow fan, but Elric is a great character too. He was kind of the he was the original emo JRPG protagonist before they became completely insufferable.
Saggy Bones says he's great, especially in the Mark Waid run.
Oh man, did I tell you? Did I tell you guys on the last stream? I'm at the record store, and I have a Daredevil wallet. I have a Daredevil. I think I had a Daredevil shirt on, and I'm checking out at the cash register, and this fucking, I mean, the hipster fumes were coming off this douche canoe in fucking waves, right? And he's like, "Oh, Daredevil! Oh, nice! I like that character." I'm like, yeah. He's like, "I really like the Mark Waid stuff." And I swear, I swear by God and gentle Jesus, I must have gnawed a hole in the side of my fucking cheek. Alright. Just trying not to call this guy a cunt. They're enjoying their poker game.
Some are complaining that the game is a bit dark.
I'll crank up the gamma for you guys here. Let me know if that looks better. Let's hold still for this guy. The idea is it is supposed to be dark, by the way. Why is this game so dark? It's just called The Dark Project. I kid.
Did I just see what I think I saw?
Oh, welcome back, Asim Jessen. I just finished my first pulp story this week.
Yeah, what was
Have
it?
you ever written any pulp stories? If so, have any advice?
I wrote, speaking of Thief, I mentioned it on a previous stream, I wrote kind of a medieval fantasy...
Hey, is someone in here?
I'll find you, eventually.
Whoa. Whoa. I think he got a better look at me than I... Okay, once more from the diaphragm, shall we? Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. That actually wasn't the server, believe it or not. That was the program itself. It decided to eat shit. I'm not sure what happened there. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Because I literally have no idea. But this should be fun. Fortunately, we only answered like 2 questions, 1 or 2 questions.
Yeah.
First,
like that.
so, for those who are just joining us, here's your recap. Favorite character is Daredevil. Second one was what? You don't remember?
Hold on, I'm looking.
See, Terengel has the short-term memory of a gnat on crystal meth.
And it's not here.
And it's not there.
And it's not there.
What a bitch. What a bitch. Okay, let's go ahead and try this. Alright, gang.
Go to the YouTube page where we get donations.
Let's see here. No, we didn't do that.
Thoughts on the FOSTA selection? Yeah, that's not on my page. God damn it.
OSTA section 230. Sites can be held for user posts. Is that a new law that's been proposed? Hold on, I'm gonna check it. I see. Yeah, that's okay. So that's a new bill. Yeah. Good old House of Representatives. Why is the Senate is pretty trash, but the worst thing you can say about the Senate is they don't pass anything. The worst thing you can say about the House of Representatives is they're trying to ban guns outright, all semi-automatic guns outright, and now they're trying to pass a restrictive communications bill in a time of mass censorship already. Fucking brilliantine. Jesus Christ. Plans for a franchise month this year, like Mad Max? I don't have any plans, but I have a few ideas. I have a few ideas. Honestly, we may skip this year. I gotta be perfectly honest, because last year, I just about killed myself doing that fucking Mad Max month. But that wasn't just because of Mad Max month. It was a lot of other shit happened, too. Fucking, my buddy died right at the beginning of the month, and it was just a goat fuck of a month. It was awful. So, okay, let's go ahead and try some more Thief, shall we?
I would keep reading donations up until Torg, because
okay.
I don't have anything before that.
Okay, let's see here. Carriolanus Rex, if I had to guess in Shadowrun, RazörFist would be an Elven Street Samurai. How the fuck did you guess? How did you guess? Wow. And Terengel would be a troll rigger. Am I close, gentlemen? Well, you hit me dead on the button. What about Terengel?
Not a troll, no.
No, probably a chick.
He
likes to pretend he's a chick with tits.
In the Shadowrun games, I'm a half-elf, the guy who controls the drones. What do you call... Is that a rigger?
It rhymes with rigger, but... I mean, what?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's not... What? That's funny. A black person controlling machinery. Anyway, Crimson Glory 287 just got back from seeing Judas Priest and Saxon for the first time. There was another band, Black Star Riders. They have 3 guitarists, including former Thin Lizzy guitarist Scott Gorham. That's cool, even though I'm not a fan of Thin Lizzy at all. And Brian Robertson was a pretentious pube.
Half elf, triple parentheses. Fuck you.
Are your ears hooked? Is that...
Oh, you're asking for it now.
What'd you name him? Chaim Elfenstein? Uzi...
That's dwarves, god damn it. They're the ones that
God
make
damn it! Uzi Patrol! Hey, Razor, what'd you think of Pat Tillman back in the day? I think he got shot by one of his teammates. Also, do you like the YouTube channel World Class Bullshitters? I sure do. I got invited to join some stream with them and I think Ethan Van Sciver? Shiver? How do you say his fucking... Shivo? I'm gonna call him Ethan Van Shivo. I'm gonna disconnect his feeding tube. But no, anyway. But yeah, I got invited to do that. I love their channel. I think it's hilarious. Jump Jet Atlas, Destroyer of Worlds. Hey, Razor and Terran. Who are your favorite characters from Battletech fiction? I think my favorite is... Of course, the most fun thing about Battletech is making your own goddamn character. But... I don't know. I think I like, Anton Merrick. I like a lot of those. I like a lot of the more villainous characters, I suppose, in Battletech. Do you have a favorite? I don't know that he's that familiar with the lore.
No, not really.
Let's see. Oh, and Zachary Hawkins of the Battletech cartoon with the fucking Mauler, goddammit. Mustache guy. Merlin's Jester. Next Styx/Goat stream when? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I assume you mean Styx, Master of Shadows? Eventually, we need to do co-op, man. You need to get it for Steam so we can do the goddamn co-op.
Damn it.
Okay, Kazekami, after the last Depths of DS9, an idea came to me. Maybe the Federation is an endgame of a capitalist state when, via replicators and such, supply exceeds demand to the point money is useless. I don't know about that. I think it's more space communism because Gene Roddenberry was dangerously fucking naive.
They mean Styx, Hex, and Hammer and Ghost of a Tail. Goat.
Oh, okay. What? We never had a first Styx, Hex, and Hammer stream. We will. We've talked about it privately, and I intend to, but...
Maybe they just mean the game's done. Styx.
Anthony Carollo! That opening synth music made me so erect I could hang a wool coat on myself. Godspeed, Dr. Razorgood. What's your favorite hair metal ballad? Alone Again, maybe? By Dokken? There's not a lot of great monster ballads. I don't like monster ballads very much at all. Gale by Alice Cooper. Uzi Patrol, I noticed something. House Merrick, America, red and blue make purple, Free Worlds League, the only democracy in the galaxy. Coincidence? Yeah, it is basically Space America mixed with the Space Ottoman Empire. That's basically what... It's basically what would happen if I can say basically another fucking time. It's essentially what would happen.
Just switch the words.
If America... if America was in space and all of our differences were amplified to like 50. But in a practical context, it's really the Ottoman Empire, which is not unlike what America would be like if we were not in any way unified whatsoever. Just memo to all the dipshits pushing fucking Russian conspiracy narratives.
And Davion is Britain, and we're just letting in all the clans.
S-Serpent21, thoughts on Change the Channel. I think I'd support it more if the same people that made Channel Awesome utterly unwatchable weren't spearheading it. Like, how the fuck is Obscurus Lupa suddenly getting support from people she's been calling cunts for fucking 5 years? What the fuck is wrong with you people? WOF_Hornet. The idea of a conservative Roddenberry is intriguing considering how space commie TNG could be. Hoping to hear about it soon. I should qualify that. Gene Roddenberry was not conservative. He was just, in his private conduct... I mean, Jesus Christ, on the original series...
One big mistake. They attacked my home planet.
Yes! on the original series, Gene Roddenberry was fucking around on, like, 3 different women... he banged Nichelle Nichols at the same time that he was banging, of course, his wife, who he eventually divorced, and Majel Barrett, who he later married. I mean, the guy was a piece of shit, and yet he called himself a feminist and is described as a feminist icon. And anytime somebody throws that at you, oh, Star Trek is feminist, just remind them how many fucking women he cheated on in every show he fucking worked on. Not just the original series. He cheated on The Next Generation. He cheated on Majel Barrett with his secretary, I believe, and that's just the one we know about. He was a cokehead all throughout the 80s. Like, the guy... And he was awfully capitalistic for a fucking space communist, too. But anyway, let's we needed to go to who?
Torg.
Okay, we're almost there. Just bear with us here. Bullet Shepherd, anybody in this stream seen Bobby Lupo? Here's my shekels. This is your trophy. This is your trophy! Good evening, y'all fine gents, Razor and Taryn. Either of you ever taken any martial arts? I took karate when I was a little kid.
Nah, not me.
You didn't
Sorry.
take any?
No.
No? I never even got a promotion in belt. Like, I lost interest shortly after I started. So, yeah, that was... I barely... I think I went to 1 or 2 lessons. John Smith, intel sources are saying that the Negroes, 2 separate words in South Africa, are planning to cut the cellular communication system soon. This will coincide with the genocide of white South Africans. Spread the word. I guess if you live on a farm, that genocide's been going on for some time.
Yeah, like
apparently.
they're gonna stop on farms.
Metalhead Martyr donated $6.66. I just wanted to pelt you with money. Keep kicking ass. Godspeed, dude. Best Way Killa. Listening to Anthem's first 3 releases, it is apparent they kicked all kinds of ass right away. There is a mythos coming for them someday, yes? Wink, wink, nod, nod. William Salva. Hey, Razor, you didn't answer the first part of my question last week, which is if Microsoft will bring over both BattleTech and MechWarrior to console. I could see the new BattleTech game being brought to console.
Yeah.
In fact, I would venture to say they may even have it in the works. I could easily see that happening. MechWarrior Online, there's been a lot of talk about that being brought to console. And I believe MechWarrior 5 definitely will be on console.
Yeah.
I am willing to predict that. In fact, I think there's already been some noise about it, if I'm not mistaken. Deus Polvault, thoughts on the band Disturbed? Has anyone thought of the band Disturbed in the last fucking 20 years? Seriously? When was the last time they had, like, a big radio hit? 2003?
God.
Maybe?
I blocked it out.
Yeah, I don't know. Isn't there, like, frontman a great big flaming fucking liberal too? If I remember correctly, I may be thinking of another band. There's enough fucking nu metal bands that could be described that way. As far as their music, like, could you have a more generic kind of early 2000s radio rock band? Maybe Seether? Maybe Seether. The one thing I'll say in their defense is, at least they don't sound like Nirvana, like every other fucking early 2000s radio rock band. So at least there's fucking that. Torg, and we are finally to Torg. Ever heard of the band Camelot? Of course. If so, are you as disappointed as I am in their recent ventures? I haven't heard their recent ventures. If not, call them a bunch of fucks anyways. Camelot are a bunch of fucks! Wish fucking granted. Alright, gang, let's...
Nice and isolated, too.
Let's tear into Thief, the Dark Project. Sorry about that, we just had to catch up. Alright. Do please make sure that we can see the game.
Right.
And we'll jump right in as soon as that is the case. Luckily, we were saving pretty frequently, so... all we missed was me sliding down a fucking rope arrow to get down into this place. We are, of course, infiltrating the Thieves Guild. The Downwind Thieves Guild, I guess because it smells like ass. Are we good? Sweet. Oh. Let's get a little more comfy in here. I think they're still going to be following me. This is, of course, a Thieves Guild that has a gambling establishment underneath. Thank you. There is a money pouch there that is tempting the living shit out of me, but I don't know how I would get it. It tempts me every time I play this level. I don't think I've gotten it one time. I think maybe you would just jump over behind him, use him for cover, and then kind of sweep around the fucking bookcase there and swipe it, but it's not worth it, honestly.
Asim continues, you mentioned you wrote a few pulp stories?
Yeah, I wrote kind of a medieval fantasy. Like, basically, I took detective crime fiction pulps and mixed them with fantasy pulps, and made sort of a fantasy. It was a bit of a tribute to Thief as well. But it was purely medieval fantasy. There was no steampunk element to it. And I basically I already had a world because I had written a fantasy story when I was really, really young. And so I had this world that was already made. So I was like, well, fuck it. Why don't I just set kind of a thief crime story? A crime story revolving around a thief. And just kind of set it in that world. And that's basically what I did. Yeah, I kind of did it in a pulp style, just one chapter at a time.
But while they're squabbling, they ain't fencing the vase neither. That vase is just gonna stay locked up in Lord Donald's lair.
What's
Yeah,
this?
but it's not like it's doing Donald any good, since Lord Reuben has the key to the lockup.
Well, there we go. We need to get to Rubens.
Neither. That sapphire vase is worth more than the rest of the store from Randall's combined.
I can hear someone walking around.
Downwinder to work for
One of the many things that makes a first-person stealth game work without a radar, the sound propagation engine. Hugely important. Dishonored didn't have it, or at least they didn't have as deep of a simulation of it. Whoa.
Something there.
That was close. You can literally just sit and listen and place enemies on your map that way. And I ranted about this for excessive duration, arguably, in my Dishonored review, but it hasn't stopped being any less valid. The big design flaw with that game is, placing enemies on your map is almost impossible without upgrading to the bullshit X-ray vision upgrade.
But what about detective vision, though?
Right. What is it called? I don't even remember what it's called. God mode, God vision. Ooh, deer leg.
Are you talking from a developer point of view?
Dark vision, I think it's called, in Dishonored.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
As opposed to Darky's vision, which is where you focus exclusively on white ladies' asses. I mean, what?
Let's catch up on some actual Streamlabs.
When he got back from his trip and found out his precious scepter had been swiped.
We didn't pull that job, did we?
You taffer, if we pulled a job on
They're talking about the scepter I stole.
Well, who then?
Probably Garrett. He's the only one sly and foolish enough to pull a job like that.
Talking shit about me.
Alright, where are these guys?
Booker T coming for you, says. Feminism,
Sucker!
Feminism, autism feels Bernie Vape 2016. Gibbs.
They made one big mistake. They attacked my home planet.
Gibbs Medets.
Socialism attacked my home planet.
How loud do you guys play music in the car?
I play it pretty fucking loud.
Until it collapses a lung.
Yeah, very true. I could just about cave in your fucking skull with how loud I play music. Let's see here. Alright. We are down in the sewer now. Looks like. Oops. Ah! Okay, gang. That was interesting. That is the fucking third time it's fucked up. So let's answer a few questions so that you guys don't get fucked. Luckily we have them all listed here, so
Let's cover Streamlabs.
hold on.
We stopped at Torque.
Yeah, I know. let's see here. Only Caleb, have you seen that GameSpot discussion of Far Cry 5, how they were uncomfortable with conservative characters that weren't portrayed as villains? Aren't they portrayed as villains, though?
Yeah, I thought that was the point.
Yeah, that is the point of the fucking game. I'm not sure. I think their issue was they weren't portrayed as mustache-twirling, monocle-bedecked, tying maidens to the fucking railroad tracks villains, I think is the issue. And honestly, if you're Far Cry 5, you fucked yourself by just the subject matter itself. Because they were making fun of conservatives. And they absolutely were. But at the same time, they're not, unless they're depicting them as literal fucking torch-wielding Hitlers, you know, they're gonna get double-donged by the left as well. So they kind of fucked themselves. They should have just picked different subject matter, honestly. So, we're live. It looks like the stream is actually healthy. I'm suspecting maybe it has something to do with the game. We were running the 64-bit version of our streaming software. We've jumped to 32-bit because I think the game is 32-bit, so maybe there was some problem there. That's all I can think of. We're going to try it again, but in the meantime, we're going to try and get through your questions so that you guys don't get fucked. So I hope you guys I understand, and I appreciate your patience. Samuel Steingard, no guts, no galaxy, Razor and Terran. Are you going to stream Battletech when it launches next month? You bet your fucking sweet ass we are.
Hell yeah. That'll probably be another one that maybe I'll be at home for.
Yeah, we also streamed the beta, so. John Horn, audibly gasped last week when I found a used copy of Obscure Verses from my local FYE. Some D-bag probably sold it after the Metal Cucks controversy. Also, had no idea Dagon's original stage name was Gary Glitter. Yeah, but Gary Glitter actually did something. Dagon, a computer in his house, a computer that is accessed by his entire family, including a teenage son, had at one point had child porn on it. And no, it wasn't even child. Actually, that's not even correct. If you carefully read the court documents, you realize he had pictures and videos that were part of bigger sets that had child porn in them. The ones that he had didn't have child porn in them. So it was, which by the way is why they investigated him to begin with. But if you're careful and you pay attention to the whole situation, and I already have a fucking rant I'm gonna cut on this because it's fucking horse shit and metal cucks should be ashamed of themselves. But they won't fucking be because they're liberal goddamn ideologues with John Kerry's cock in their ass. But basically, if you pay attention to it, you realize what they printed was not the final result of the case. They printed the prosecution's case. That's what they did. They only printed one side of the case, and they did not print as part of the story the actual fucking verdict. They just said, oh, he was ultimately dismissed and his sentence was waived. And they literally typed that out in like 2 sentences. The actual stuff, like, so to bring this full circle and to make it personal for y'all. Imagine 10 years ago you were accused of rape. Not convicted. You were accused. 10 years down the line, some leftist D-bag who is pissed about what you have to say about politics, pissed about statements you're making on Twitter, they decide to dig through your court records and discover that you were accused of this. You weren't convicted of it. You didn't serve a fucking day in prison, but you were accused of it. And they print just the prosecution's side of the case, not your defense, not the final verdict. They print just the prosecution's case against you, the case that, by the way, was never proven in court. Dagon, for the record, they proffered him a settlement, which always happens when the prosecution's case is really strong, right? They immediately move to give you a fucking deal. So, yeah, basically he was given like a plea bargain. He never had to admit that he was guilty. He never admitted he was guilty. He planned to fight it. He was given advice from defensive counsel to not fight it, and because it would be too prohibitively expensive going forward. So that's what he did. But yeah, that's pretty fucking horse shit. I think if that had happened to me, I'd be pretty pissed, and I'm rolling my fucking eyes at pseudo fucking metalheads who are falling for this bullshit and have no critical thinking skills whatsoever and don't realize the prosecution's always gonna make you look like a piece of shit. That's their job.
It says you're a heretic.
Exactly. Mr. Monkey Lint says the punishment is the process.
Aunt Jar Jar Mima. Yahoo, guys. Keep up the bombat jobbing. Hope you are doing more than a Star Trek video this week. Has you seen Jessica Jones season 2 yet? No, I haven't.
No.
Yeah, and I have 2 rants in the pipeline. I'm not sure if I'll get them out this week, but there's already 2 videos. Crank it. And I have a fucking review video that's already written and I need to fucking record.
Let's not forget our Streamlabs friends.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
Mysterious Senor Hilter. Hey, Razor, have some money. Metal Mythos for Sabaton. They'll have a song about Crusaders on the same album that includes a ballad about Audie Murphy. I like Sabaton, but I don't know if I would do a Mythos. I'm not sure about that. John Wayne. Hey, Razor, you gonna do a Merciful Fate Metal Mythos? At some point, yeah. I'd probably do King Diamond first, though. John Horn. Dagon was leading a small boy through a dark forest. We all know where this is going. What, to Metal Sucks being full of shit? Yeah, all roads lead to that. Alamendorius. RazörFist, I dare you to watch the anime Overlord Abridged Episode 1 on YouTube in a reaction video. Aside from the weeb moment, if someone ever got the chance to get down to Phoenix, how would they get a hold of you to buy you lunch? I'm not sure I would accept lunch from strangers on the internet. I've lived to my ripe old age by not accepting food from strangers. So, if you want to meet me at a fucking convention or something that I'm gonna appear at, that's fine, but... Dennis Head, opinion on Noam Chomsky. Cunt! Cunt? No. Let me amend that. Noam Chomsky is not only a cunt, he's a cunt who's been proven wrong about absolutely everything at this point. That people still consider him in any way anything but a fucking armchair intellectual is beyond goddamn me. Game King 40, opinion on Undertale. Good game, shit fan base. The fan base for that game pretty much fucking ruins it. Alamendorius, do you still see my $50 one? I see all the donations, gang. You're good. You didn't have to donate again, but thank you. Evan Rose, where can we find your written work, published or not? I was thinking about how I could publish it. I mean, I have several chapters in the can. By the way, it's not finished. But I was thinking about, you know, I'm pretty far along with it, and I know how it's going to end. But I was thinking about, like, how I could publish it. I don't know if you guys know of anywhere. Like, because there's not really any pulp magazines. I don't know what I would do. Maybe just publish it on our blog or something. I also did some illustrations for it. Just little pencil sketchy things. Not, like, not lovely inked finished work or anything. Jack McCullough donates $5. Thanks, bro. Eric Norman, Razor and Mr. T of the Boogies. The Streamlabs link on your Twitch is messed up. Do you still have access to the RazörFist Streamlab? Yeah, we do. Gaku! I'll be seeing Hammerfall for the second time this August in Cleveland. They were the first band I saw live. What's your opinion on them? Hammerfall's pretty bitchin'. They did kind of, I don't know, their recent stuff seems to kind of fallen off in quality a little bit, but back in the day, like their 90s stuff, they were one of the few bands who were like really keeping it real for heavy metal in the mid to late 90s, early 2000s. But yeah, they kind of got it, they slipped into a righteous case of same song, same album. Alan Smithy, it's okay to be Whitesnake. Sonic R1, eventual Crimson Skies stream. I'd probably do like a Flight Sim stream first. By the way, I just got a Microsoft Flight Sim X or whatever the fuck. I just got that. And I have the F-18 for it, so. John Smith, have you seen the documentary Roddenberry's son made? He strikes me as a cunt. Yeah, his son really seems like an obnoxious fucking pube. But think about it. Imagine being raised by Majel Barrett, a liberal actress, and Gene Space Commie Roddenberry. Was there any way this kid was coming out as anything but a raving cunt?
Yeah.
Did he have a fucking chance?
That's the perfect storm
Oh.
for a Hollywood cunt.
Merlin's Jester, make your monkey play Hoonie Pop 2 when it comes out. I don't know what the fuck that is. D20 ASMR, can't donate much, saving up for my bolter bitches. I don't know what the hell that is. Coscom 100, have you seen The Good, the Bad, the Weird? It's a great Korean take on the good, the bad, and the ugly. No, I haven't. I assume South Korean. Because I think the North Korean version would be a little different.
Yeah.
I think Kim Jong-un would be all the protagonists. And the villain.
They have to have state-approved haircuts.
Did you rock it? Groovy Snake, any chance of a Metal Mythos?
I put him away.
Yes! That's a new one, by the way. Groovy Snake, any chance of a Metal Mythos episode covering Japanese metal such as Loudness, Anthem, or Galnerius? Yeah, probably Loudness or Anthem. I'm not that familiar with Galnerius. But yeah, Loudness and Anthem is a distinct possibility, as is Saber Tiger, you know, a few others. Henry Z, hey Razor, top 5 Spoonie videos. How many Final Fantasy VIII videos are there?
More than that.
Yeah. No, I love his Final Fantasy X thing. I love Final Fantasy VIII. I dig his Ripper commentary. The Ultima stuff was awesome. It's a shame it's like the last reviews he did. I always liked the Red Brown months. I know like those got a lot of shit.
I loved his Counter Monkey on Thieves World.
Oh, his Counter Monkeys are all awesome. I could do 5 just on Counter Monkey. It's so ridiculous he never played BattleTech. I have reached out to that guy a number of times because I'm still a fan of Spoonie, and I wanted to do like a tabletop stream or something, do BattleTech, or like I am totally down for that. I understand we don't agree about politics, but that's not whatever. I don't agree with a lot of my friends on politics. You know what I mean? Like what the fuck? I've dated girls I didn't agree with about politics. It's called being an adult, folks. T-Buddy17, sup boyos, my tribute to your rising empire for the week. My question is an odd one considering how old it is, but F it. Do you believe that the steam machine would have ever worked? Oh god. Man, that went away, didn't it? Nobody's talked about the fucking... the steam machine in forever.
Yeah.
And nobody's talked about the steam boxes either.
No.
Those went right the fuck away.
They're still pushing those controllers, though.
Yeah, I think they're pretty much a controller manufacturer at this point. Your computer is the Steam box now. So silly. At a time when PC prices were already plummeting, why the fuck would you jump into that fucking hackneyed Steam box setup? Rabbi Chaim Goldstein Sheckelblatt. Hello, Goyam. Don't mind the long message. I wanted to donate at least $20. $10 is a lot of money, so I'm trying to make sure I use every character.
And he only donates 5.
Kevin Sika. Deus Vult, Crusade in Europe now. If you could form your perfect band, what genre would it be and who'd be in it? Probably be... Perfect band, I'd probably make a band that's kind of a cross between US power metal and thrash. And who would I have in it? Singer, Ripper Owens. Guitarist, George Lynch. Bassist, nobody gives a fuck about bass. Drummer, Mickey D. That would be my fucking lineup. No, for bass, I'm trying to think who could be bass. I don't know. You know what? Don't separate George Lynch and Jeff Pilson because one resides within the asshole of the other. So let's put Jeff Pilson on bass. Why not? All right. The goddamn Loch Ness monster from South Park can't stay and watch tonight, but I shall donate my shekels regardless. L'chaim! Keep up the good work and have an excellent Easter weekend. God fucking speed. Godspeed, sir. Kazakami, chances of a Far Cry 5 review. We were just talking about this before the stream.
Right.
About whether or not to get a review copy or anything. But, yeah, I'll play it. If it's worth reviewing, we'll review it. That's how it always is. I'll play the game, and if I have something to say about it, which is, luckily I'm an opinionated asshole, so 9 times out of 10, it's worth talking about. Yeah. What I would like to do next, and I've talked about this for about the last year, I think it's time to finally get around to it, is I want to finally review a sports game. Because nobody on YouTube, no video game reviewer ever fucking reviews sports games. And I think it's because they all know they could not do it and still be funny. So I want to prove to myself that I can fucking do it. It's kind of a personal... It's an ego trip for me, honestly. I've just come right out with it. It's me trying to prove to myself that I could do it. Because it's not easy. I understand. That's why nobody fucking does it. But
Somebody's already guessed what game.
Yeah, oh, MLB The Show, of
Yeah.
course. No, absolutely. I'm a huge baseball fan. Anti-Boy Scout, did you hear about the giant caravan of Central Americans currently on their way to the border, currently in Santiago and Niltepec? Yeah, can you imagine if they devoted that much energy to protesting their own government and reforming it so they didn't have to fucking leave Central America? So that fucking the mayor of a Mexican city, a fucking Guadalajara, I think it was, doesn't have a hit put out on her by Mexican drug cartels that are in bed with fucking Mexican politicians and the police, and she doesn't get assassinated live on fucking television? Could you imagine if police chiefs weren't having their fucking heads blown off by cartels because a hit was put out on them for refusing to be on the fucking payroll? Could you imagine? Mexico on paper shouldn't be that impoverished. And us allowing those borders to remain porous, quite frankly, is what's keeping that country poor. Period. They have some of the largest oil reserves in the Western fucking hemisphere, folks. Mexico should not be that poor. On paper, it shouldn't be anyway.
And I hear, like, there's a caravan headed this way.
Yeah.
Build that wall faster.
No shit.
Hurry!
Alamandorius, understandable but disappointing because I really feel lunch is the best I could do for you for the entertainment and insights you've offered. Good open air BJ will do just fine. Elvin Sven, I don't know what the fuck your screen name is, all dude and or chick. The UK has a problem with right-wing extremism. The only thing is Muslims are a protected class. Well, what? You think it's extreme to behead a British citizen in the middle of the fucking street? Alright, let's try Thief the Dark Project again. If we die this time, it may just be an OBS problem, and I apologize, because I thought we had the problem sorted out. I literally recorded, I did little streams here and there to make sure that it worked, and everything was fine. So it may just be a server issue if this doesn't work. Maybe we'll take periodic breaks and come back just to make sure that it doesn't freeze on us. And hopefully that solves the problem. Otherwise, I apologize. But I thought I had this problem sorted out, so... Okay, tell me if it's streaming. Alright. At some point, we need to stream this. Right there.
I bought the Steam version. He's holding up Soul Reaver, by the way.
Yeah, the original Soul Reaver. I have it on PlayStation, so I could play it on a emulator. The problem is PSX or EPSXE or whatever the fuck it is really doesn't like that game. It stutters and it freezes.
Wow,
and
really?
Yeah, I don't. There's compatibility issues on it. It would be kind of a janky stream, but if that's the only way we can play it, then are we good?
Yep, menu's coming up. I can hear the music.
Okay, gang. Then we will just kind of periodically go back and forth and make sure it doesn't freeze on us. How about that? And that'll give us a chance to answer donations anyway. So
Well, we're still behind on Streamlabs.
ask a few.
The Auschwitz Bakery says, Uncle RazörFist,
Good old Polish cooking.
tell us the tale of how Tarangel used your Final Fantasy 13 game disc as a frisbee when you were playing.
So we're playing. I'm sorry, I actually have to exit the game to tell the story. We're fucking playing this game, and I'm expecting, because you know I'm the guy who hates Final Fantasy, right? So I'm sitting there, and he kept forcing me to play this game, right? I remember we did this in sessions, right, a number of times, and I'm sitting there and I'm playing, and he's like, "Dude, it's time to." He'd like, you know, okay, it's time to do Final Fantasy 13. Gotta do it. So we kept coming back to it. So I forget if it was the second or the third time. I forget. It was a few in. And I'm sitting there, and we're playing, and every time he was getting more and more bored. And so he's kind of sitting behind me, and I'm sitting closer to the television, playing it. And I think we're not even out of the fucking crystal area yet. Like, I think the chick had just turned into crystal.
Something
I think,
like that, yeah.
And we were in that cutscene where somewhere thereabouts where lightning had punched him in the fucking face. And I'm expecting, like, I'm gonna lose it, but I'm just, like, bored and hating life. And Terengel just is getting more and more like, oh my god, this is so bad. Oh my god, this is... Oh... Finally, he's just like, that's enough. I've seen it. He gets up, he literally ejects the disc and just kind of chucks it on a pile right next to the fucking... What the fuck?
Hey, we got a good review out of it.
We did get a very good review out of it.
I'm glad I made you play it just so we could get it fucking done.
Yeah, he wouldn't let me. He did that with Heavy Rain as well. And Metal Gear Solid 4, which we never actually reviewed.
No.
But yeah, it's the game that broke Terengel.
Yeah. That's just the writing was so bad.
Oh, it's ass. Okay. Look at that water arrow.
Oh,
What the fuck is going on here? I think there's a guy in here, but I'm not seeing him.
Acidic feminist twat curd says, Taryn, thoughts on the increasingly redundant Xbox One? And do you think the PS5 will win the title of most redundant console ever made?
Yeah, I think Microsoft would be better served at this point, you know, putting their toe into console gaming, but focusing primarily on PC.
Yeah.
Because
it's time for Microsoft to move on.
If you focus on PC, which is where the momentum is anyways, it's what Microsoft does best anyway. Microsoft could dominate even Valve within the PC space if they really put their minds to it.
That's what I was thinking. If you got rid of the Xbox, focused solely on PC, made them even cheaper and more effective,
yeah,
you could dominate the PC market.
Microsoft used to be king shit of the PC market. You know, late 90s, early 2000s. You know, they had the world by the nuts on that one.
But no, he's completely right. Xbox One is so redundant. You
Absolutely.
can literally get everything that's on Xbox One on PC, plus more.
Which is not... People bash Microsoft with that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that they bring their games to PC. I don't think it's a statement of merit that Sony lock their developers into exclusive contracts and refuse to allow them to put their games on PC, and then the developer makes less money, and the publisher makes less money, and even Sony makes less money, but they get to beat their chests and say, I've got an exclusive. And how many fucking developers that were Sony first-party exclusive have gone out of business because of that?
Yeah.
The list of victims of Sony is at least as long, if not longer, than the victims of Electronic Arts. And that right there is one of the big reasons why.
Asim Jessen says, whenever I feel insecure about my literary skills, I always remember Final Fantasy XIII exists, and I feel happy again. Well, they're called Lassie, alright? And they come from Falsi.
Did you just turn into the Codex?
Yeah, yeah.
God, what a stupid fucking game.
The Codex in that
Falsi, Lassie, fucking... And not only that, but your love story revolves around a guy...
Who's an idiot.
Who's in love with a chick who, if she doesn't achieve her mission, she dies.
She becomes a monster.
She becomes a monster. If she does achieve her mission, she becomes a fucking rock. That her brightest prospect is becoming a goddamn mineral. That's we chose
it's time to date other people.
We chose our profession in defiance of the greed of the monarchy. We will not live for the sake of taxes to fatten the nobles' pockets. We choose to live the only life available to those who would truly be free. We are thieves. But enough about Electronic Arts.
So I've got a way to save it. the Final Fantasy 13 Codex. You get it narrated by Gilbert Gottfried. That saves the whole game right there.
It does. Gilbert Gottfried makes everything better, though, doesn't he? All right, let's let me.
Oh, and PS5.
Let me pop out real quick and answer a question or two.
Hold on, let me finish this one. PS5 will win the most title redundant console ever made. I don't know if it'd be redundant. At least Sony attempts to do new shit occasionally.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
no, Microsoft wins that. Sorry. Auschwitz Bakery.
Paula Dew! Razor, what the fuck happened to Japan? How did they go from gruff and tough and manly culture to effeminate and castrated with all that J-pop crap? Media, bud. Japan is a cautionary tale. You let your fucking media, your entertainment media in particular, run fucking hog wild over your culture, and you don't police the... Not police in the sense of censorship, but, you know, in terms of having a unifying culture, actually have a sense of national unity instead of this kind of diaspora of disparate ideas, all of which seem to kind of lead to the same cultural conclusion, which is dissolution and asexuality. I mean, that's the big problem in Japan, is no one's having fucking kids. And the rate of homosexuality among teenagers, I don't know if you've seen this statistic, but in 2004 or so, it was estimated like over half of the teenagers in Japan identify in some way as homosexual. Like, it's insane, the rate of homosexuality in Japan. And a lot of that has to do with just the media people are consuming, honestly, is, you know, because all those people aren't homosexual. I recognize, like, some people, look, if you're some people are born to the extent that, you know, when they're watching fucking Sophia Loren movie or whatever the fuck, you know, they feel nothing down south. I get that. Some people are hard gay, you know what I mean?
Hard
gay. Speaking of Japanese gay dudes, but actually that guy's not gay.
Yeah.
But no, like, I get that, but I think a lot of it is just kind of Me Too. Hey, it's kind of cool. A lot of that is in anime. Honestly, anime has a lot to do with that. Anime really normalized that to a large extent, and not just hentai either. Because then people be walking around with fucking tentacle dicks everywhere. But yeah, unfortunately, I think a lot of it just has to do with entertainment media. You got to be careful about, you know, how hard you're pushing a particular narrative through your entertainment media.
I got one more here. Griffith did nothing wrong. Says, Reddit is freaking out about Bolton supposedly wanting to wage war with Iran. What are your thoughts?
I think, I'm not a huge fan of Bolton, but at the same time, like, a lot of the stuff that people are citing in terms of him being a warmonger and defending Iraq, a lot of that is around the time of the Iraq War or immediately after the Iraq War, where everyone was attacking the Bush administration for going to Iraq anyway. Now, I did not agree with the Iraq War. I am not, however, an Iraq War conspiracy theorist. I think the left were proven wrong on a lot of things with regard to Iraq, and we have not acknowledged it. Hey, guys, remember when that was supposed to be a war for oil? Remember that? Hey, it's 2018. How many drops of oil have we gotten from Iraq? 0. Hey, did Michael Moore ever admit that that was complete bullshit? Anybody? I'm not a fan of the Iraq War, but there was a lot of disinformation employed to get people to oppose it. That's what I'm saying, flat out. There was intelligence that there may have been weapons of mass destruction there at some time. Actually, we know for a fact there were at some point, because even when the UN weapons inspectors went in, they found residue of actual chemical weapons that had been there. We just don't know what happened to them. We don't know if they were actually dismantled per UN orders or if they were shipped out. We know there are satellite photos of them being strapped onto the back of trucks. Funny thing about trucks, when adequately maintained and sufficiently fueled, they tend to fucking move. But we don't know if that was accurate because Colin Powell was pushing that shit. So Colin Powell's kind of full of shit. So who knows? But I think maybe John Bolton just got defensive about it. Again, I'm not a fan of John Bolton, but I think there's kind of some hyperbole on both sides here. I don't think John Bolton was the best pick Trump could have gone with, but, you know, we'll fucking see. Well, it's not like he was the architect of the Iraq War. He was just the guy who had to be in the position to defend it at the time. It's not like we're putting Donald Rumsfeld in that fucking position. So I'm not that fucking worried. I think Rand Paul should shut his fucking mouth on this one. I think he's just kind of trying to placate all the people who are stuck in fucking 2003 listening to fucking Green Day albums. Saber Iran. Dog or cat person? Dog. Dog. What about you?
Yeah, I loved my dogs.
Bojack Outlaw. Hey, Razor, just finished some Primaris Marines for Warhammer 40k. Yes. Here's 5 to celebrate a week of hard work. P.S. Bolter bitches are sister of a battle from Warhammer 40k. Oh, okay. Oh, speaking of which, that dude with the painted mechs, he made a video of it. I forgot to show you. I forget his fucking Black Raptor or whatever the fuck. He painted his mechs, and I meant to show you.
Ooh.
S Serpent 21. Being a fan of film noir, have you heard Carly Simon's album Film Noir? No, I haven't. Yeah, she's as metal as a bowl of cereal, but I'm curious. That's the thing about film noir, it's been kind of commodified by a bunch of people who don't know a fucking thing about it. Film noir is almost like an adjective at this point, and that's a problem. Because it's being applied to things that are not film noir at all. You know what I mean? Like, and then,
this movie's so dark, it must be film noir.
Hey, there's crime. There's crime in it, so it's film noir. And occasionally there's dramatic lighting. It's film noir, guys. JD Cow and Pulp Mags. Kirsova, how do you pronounce that? I do know those guys. Story Hack, Red Sun Magazine. Cool. Maybe I'll look into it. Andrew, hey Razor, Facebook is hiring. Maybe you should get a job there. Oh, don't worry. There's no need to apply. They already have your information. Okay, one more and then we'll move on. Hardcore Bunny, hey Razor, do you consider more of a point-and-click adventure game once you played it all? Also, your missing streams re-upload them or offer download? Not sure I understood that. Do you consider more of a point-and-click adventure game once you played it all? You mean going back and replaying a point-and-click after you finish it? It depends on the replay value. Blade Runner has a ton of replay value because every time you play Blade Runner, it randomizes who's a replicant and who's a human. So the game never plays the same twice, and there's little curveballs that just randomize and get thrown into the story that don't happen each time. It's one of the reasons I think Blade Runner, people are like, we should finally make a Blade Runner game. It's like, dude, we made one and it was a goddamn masterpiece. Go play it. I think we should just kind of get a remastered version of that out there, because it was fucking fantastic. You've already got the voice files. Fucking do it.
Let's do one from Streamlabs real quick. Matt Collins says, is it possible for another more proper Thief game to come in the future, or did the series die with teeth?
I think it definitely needs a rest, because they beshitted it so much. I mean, I don't see how you rehabilitate it without some serious fucking work. I think it's got to rest for a little while, and then I think either you sell the license, because Square Enix can get no fucking mileage out of this franchise anymore. Nobody's going to trust them. No one's going to trust Square Enix to make another Thief game.
Yeah, they got to sell it. Hopefully other side gets it, or what's the fucking one making System Shock?
Night Dive?
Night Dive, yeah.
Well, they got their hands full shitting up the remake there. Okay, let's see where this Ruben fuck is. You fucking fuck. What? What's over here? Looks like we have some stairs. This is a basement? I think we're in a basement of some. Oh! Yikes! Oh, that was close! Ooh! Jeez! Oh, that was ridiculous. Okay, I gotta get back in here.
Make Europe strong again.
Strunk!
I was looking forward to the System Shock remake. They actually did say that they're looking...
It's continuing. It's just been pushed back to 2020 because that's the only reasonable estimate you could give at this point.
Yeah,
I mean, they're basically starting from the beginning, and I think that's probably going to be better for the game.
Yeah.
I've said it before. I think they were heading down the wrong track. They were making it more like BioShock, and this gives them a chance to make it more like System Shock.
Yeah, that's expressly what we did not want. We did not want another fucking BioShock in space.
Absolutely. Where is this dildo? We'll ask some more questions while I'm sitting here waiting for him to appear.
Yeah, I'll concentrate here on the Streamlabs.
I don't want to jump out there because there's only one shadow, and he could go right down that patrol route there.
Gender fluid demi-queef says... Damn Taffers. I'm offended by how good this game series is.
Ugh.
Time to get in my time to get my CNN on.
Oh my. This game, so I've said this before, but it bears repeating.
That's a really good point. Yeah. How'd you do that with your fucking voice? That's
I know.
amazing.
I can throw my fucking synthesizer guitar. The game graphically has aged, gameplay-wise has not. There are ways in which this game has not been caught up with. I've said it before, but the sound propagation is one of the biggest ways in which this engine can do things that modern engines can't. Compare the way sound travels in this game to the way sound travels in Dishonored. Or doesn't, rather. If I'm sitting over there where that door was, and I make a really loud noise, the game's actually going to take into account, before the sound travels, it actually has to echo and ricochet off of objects and so forth. The game's actually going to take into account my placement, you know, where the fuck I am, what material the fucking door is made out of. All these things are going to be taken into account. If it's a steel door, you're not going to be able to hear it as well on the other side. Oh, shit.
You're not one of us.
My bad.
He did see you.
Hold on. Alt L, there we are. Okay. Where was I going? Why can't I interact with that door? Is that a glitch? I think that's a glitch. This is one of the reasons I don't like this level, is this was a bonus mission thrown onto the Thief Gold version, and it's pretty apparent they rushed the shit out of it. There's shadows and stuff that won't hide you. There's all kinds of weird fucking collision stuff going on. Doors that you can't interact with. Bit of a rush job, in my opinion.
Asim has another question.
Where the fuck did I need to go here?
He asks a question about Westwood's Blade Runner. Do you think the randomization mechanics are achievable for indie or AA devs? Maybe you meant AAA there. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. Although the Westwood Blade Runner game did cost a lot. I'm definitely close to where I need to go. This is one of the reasons I hate this level. It's fucking labyrinthine. I'm definitely close. I'm getting close to where I need to go, but I'm not sure if I'm actually there. Huh. I think I'm just gonna go down in the sewer there. Oh, right, that's where I needed to go. I needed to go down in the goddamn sewer. I'm fucking retarded.
He meant middle market, so indie.
Yeah, could a middle market game do it? Absolutely.
Who was that there? I saw something.
Uh-oh. Oh, no, she didn't quite catch a full glimpse of me. That's good. Alright, cool. The guy did, though. Good, okay, down in the sewers, that's where I needed to get to. But yeah, I think it's possible because it's more of a It's more a question of how long you're going to spend writing the story, iterating it, adding options. It's not really a question of budget. It's just a question of time and dedication. It's not like rendering super pretty graphics, things that, you know, only bigger developers would really have expressed access to.
Lord Umbra says he's working on a thief-like stealth game. Well, good luck, sir.
Good shit!
We'd always use more.
We definitely could. Can I reach that? How good is... We're gonna find out how good my aim is with a bow and arrow.
Somebody's right next to
That was close.
you.
Don't
That
know
was a
what it
good shot, by the way.
It's gone now.
Did I hit it? I did. I nailed it. There we go. How do I get down here? Oh, I'll just drop off. I bet you there's a better entrance down here. I bet you there is.
Zeo says.
The detail of the levels in this case is a bit of a drawback because it's so fucking... It's such a fucking maze.
Zeo says, what kind of video game genre would be best to serve a video game about the Mongolian expedition of Jebe and Subatai through the Caucasus to permafuck the princess of the Kievan Russia? Kievan Rus? I don't know what that is. I don't know what any of those words are. There's no words on it.
If it's an expedition that's more of a sneaking type thing, you could use any first-person kind of a... I've said this before. I love Verdun. I love Tannenberg. We were playing that the other night, and it was fun as fuck. But people have said, like, oh, man, what's the next fucking... first-person shooter that they're gonna make. And honestly, I think with the work they've already put in, like the most fun elements of Battlefield 1 by far were the stealth sections. The stealth in that game actually works really well. In fact, at some point, I'd like to play the campaign of Battlefield 1 on a stream just to do the stealth stuff, because it's so much fun. You get a C96 with a silencer on it and shit.
I remember that one.
It's really cool, actually. Those segments are really badass. I would love a World War I stealth game, is what I would like.
Guess it was nothing.
Personally. I think that would be really bitchin' with a side of boss.
Oh, here's one that's relevant. Murphy the Band Child says.
Oh no, did I fuck myself? Did I? Can I get... I can't get back up. Well, I can if I use a rope arrow, I suppose. Unless that's a way to climb up, is it? I don't know, that's way too small. I think I have to use a rope arrow, ladies and gents. Wish me luck!
Nice shot.
Yeah, actually worked out. Now I have to be really careful.
Someone there?
Nope. You didn't see shit.
Don't worry about it, bitch.
I don't know what that was.
Murphy the Band Child says, just started playing Thief Gold not too long ago. Awesome game.
It is an awesome game.
But fuck the Bone Horde?
Oh yeah, the Bone Horde is a bitch.
Smith-
You enjoy it more...
It's like the Major always says.
Information is ammunition.
You enjoy it more on subsequent playthroughs. What is this? Hi. House key. Oh, hello. Is this what I'm looking for? Tom, you are my #1 man. I trusted you to select my personal staff, and you have witnessed for each and every one of them. I've also trusted you with the only key to my mansion because of your unmatched loyalty. But don't think that my faith in you means that I will ignore your responsibilities. Consider this a friendly reminder. If Donald's people get into my home and get the key to his master's safe, you are accountable! And you know I always collect on my debts.
Huh?
Huh? Jesus.
That's what I love about this game.
Abaddon says, I wish we got an open world Death Wish game. in the setting of Chicago, gunning down criminal gangs.
I just saved, luckily.
I actually pitched that in another stream.
Oh man, a Death Wish game would be so boss. So boss. Let me answer a few more questions. Just take a quick break. Make sure we don't fucking freeze and fuck up the stream.
Murphy the Bandchild finished his question. Smith & Wesson or Colt for your double-action revolvers?
But they made one big mistake. They attacked my home planet!
Smith & Wesson? No, for double action, definitely Smith & Wesson. Definitely. They make a hell of a double action revolver. So does Ruger, by the way. The Ruger Red Hawk is great. The only real design flaw is because the Rugers are so heavily engineered. I mean, they're really made to stand up to some very heavy loads. The frame and the way that it slips in, it's very tight. It has very tight sort of tolerances. So it can be a little bit of a pain to get the rounds out of the fucking cylinder on the Ruger Red Hawk, but it's a good little gun.
Crusader Saracen says, Razor and T-Boogie, what do you think of Trump's performance recently? Any update on the Stormy Daniels bullshit? Also, what do you think
what's there even to update? She hasn't provided any fucking evidence. We're listening to someone who is literally just saying, "Oh, this is a thing that happened." It's like, well, okay, no proof.
It's just shit slinging. It's all it's been this entire time, even before he was president. Mm-hmm. They knew he was gonna win, and so it stopped. Yep. It's just not. It's been nonstop.
It's doubly silly because we already did this before. Jessica Drake already happened. And we already found out that was bullshit. The day after the election, Jessica Drake went away. So it's like, and by the way, Jessica Drake and Stormy Daniels, they work for the same fucking company, Wicked Studios. And Wicked's CEO, fucking Steve Orenstein, donates to the goddamn Democratic Party.
Right.
And Stormy Daniels has talked about running for Congress as a Democrat. And she's made all kinds of statements in fucking interviews about feminism and why she stays in the adult industry because women have all of the power. I mean, all this shit. This woman is not an unbiased source. She has every reason to fucking lie here, folks. Do I believe that he's a gash hound? Yes. Do I believe that he fucked her specifically, a woman from the B studio after Vivid? No. No, I don't. I don't believe that he would fly in an aging porn star, because she was even aging in 2007. She was pretty much retired, in fact. Do I believe... When this guy can afford anything, and anyone, every porn actress works as an escort. I mean, just about every single fucking one. That's how they make their bones. It's not really fucking dudes on camera that makes them their money. It's working as high-class escorts that does. So he could have fucked any young... A-list, blonde, whatever. He could have fucked any of them. And he chooses a woman who's pushing fucking 40 at that juncture. Actually, I think she was pushing 30, which is like 40 in the porn industry. And I just don't buy it. I'm sorry, the logic doesn't fucking link up to me. I do believe he has fucked other women. I do believe he has probably cheated on his wife. I don't believe he did it with Stormy Daniels. Sorry, I call bullshit. I think it's complete horseshit.
Also, what do you think of talentless hack sci-fi YouTubers like Cosmonaut,
I don't know who that
Variety Hour, and Space Doc, and Eckert's Letter? God fucking speak.
I don't know who any of those fucking people are. I'm sorry. I don't watch enough. I've been watching The Great War a lot, which is a great channel. If you love World War I and military history, holy fuck, I can't recommend The Great War enough. I've been watching World Class Bullshitters. I've been watching a lot of Vince Russo's channel, which is great. Fucking Castrating the Marks is fantastic. If you hate fucking Dirt Sheets and Dave Meltzer and Jim Cornette as much as I fucking do, you guys need to watch Castrating the Marks. There's a few free episodes up on YouTube, but they're great. The episodes... they've been doing a series called Raw, What Was It Good For?, where they go back through all the old Attitude Era Raws, and Vince Russo gives, like, his director's commentary on how they were written, what he was, like, thinking at the time, backstage stories from the period. It's great. It's really fucking good. So that's what I've been watching. I haven't been watching sci-fi YouTubers or whatever the fuck.
Alex Seekman says, I know you have said on Twitter that that the GOP will still beat the Dems in the midterms because of their premature obsession.
No. Hold on. Let me qualify that. I said if things go as they are now, they will win. I reserve the right to change my opinion if facts change, because only a fucking insane moron would stick to a position in the face of countervailing facts. But continue.
Because of their premature obsession with gun grabbing. But do you think the GOP will not only beat them, but put their hopes and chances of winning in a body bag?
My suspicions right now are it's pretty much going to stay as it is. Maybe the GOP will lose 1 or 2 seats, which, I mean, that's pretty much normal. Maybe they'll pick up 1 or 2. Who knows? But the way I see it right now, I don't think the public is terribly swayed by much of what the Democrats have been putting out there right now. That's not the sense I get. It doesn't seem like people have moved, like there's been any kind of groundswell shift in one direction or another. I think it's pretty much going to stay as it is, which means probably the typical thing that happens in every midterm will happen. 1 or 2 seats will go up, 1 or 2 seats will be taken over by somebody else. That's, pretty much business as usual. But again, that's if things continue to go as they're going. If something big happens, obviously, that's not going to be the case.
I Hate Liberals says, why do libshits hate Big Pharma so much up until they need to make their 6-year-old son into a tranny?
Here's the thing, so if you have I look at the transgender thing like anything else that happens in childhood that winds up affecting, who's going to make the argument that things that happen early in childhood aren't going to affect you and how you react with the world? I mean, if I almost drown when I'm a little kid, I'm probably going to avoid fucking water. You know what I mean? If something happens when you're a little kid, so I think it follows that if you have a strained relationship with your father or whatever, I think that's obviously going to play into that. I mean, I think one of the statistics that nobody talks about, because it kind of hasn't been finalized in statistic form, because how do you even take this survey? But one of the things that I've found anecdotally, and I admit this is anecdotal, is a lot of the people that I know who are transgender, and this is not a judgment, because they're victims in this situation, a lot of people who later identify as transgender and to a lesser extent homosexual had childhood abuse occur, sexual abuse of some kind. It's really alarming how high the rate of sexual abuse is among the transgender community. And it kind of makes sense from a psychological perspective if you're speaking from the purely Freudian school of psychology. The idea that if you're, let's say, a older male figure sets upon a younger female, you would naturally feel, in any sexual abuse situation, you would naturally feel shame. You would naturally feel powerless, and you would naturally associate the position of power and comfort with the opposite gender. So as you become older, you would want, like any person would, you would want to be in a position of power, right? So it kind of makes sense from if you hold to the Freudian school of psychology. I don't pretend to know all of that. These are all just things that I'm going to throw out. Because one of the things that pisses me off is not being able to even discuss the possibility. That's what pisses me off, is what the left have done for far too long in this fucking country is we can't even have the discussion. I don't pretend to have all the answers. I'm just throwing this out there. I'm positing it. And unfortunately, the left has gotten to the point where they haven't had a debate for so long that they're only really experienced at shutting down debate, which is fucking dangerous and ridiculous. And
it's getting worse, too.
It absolutely is.
And we'll close out with another question from Alex Siegman. Milo Yiannopoulos recently said that the American experiment is over and that the reason the left is now pushing for gun control is because they have defeated us in our defense of the First Amendment and that they know it. Thoughts?
Hold on. Okay. Ask that again. Milo said what? He said they have...
Psychos. I put him away.
He said they've defeated us in our defense of the First Amendment.
Said recently the American experiment is over and that the reason the left is now pushing for gun control is because they believe, because they have defeated us in our defense of the First Amendment and they know it. Thoughts?
I think, unfortunately, leftists command a lot of our forums for freedom of speech and discussion. I would not tend to take that dim a view. However, it is abundantly clear there is a whole generation coming up here that are not taking the bait.
Yeah, they're fucking sick of it. Gen Z.
Pretty obvious. The real question is if they have the wherewithal to actually stick it out and actually follow it through to its natural conclusion. Because the current generation is still really pampered. So it's a question, I mean, you already see people kind of stepping back from politics and from the debate because it's such a fucking headache, and it's been so intense for so fucking long, and you can't blame them. I mean, it's just been this unremitting onslaught of negativity and reframing and propaganda.
What's happening? There he is!
Oh, Jesus!
Just turn around a fucking corner, goddamn.
It's a problem, I have to listen.
But yeah, I mean, it's just like, you know, kids are gonna do the opposite. I mean, the NRA should give David Hogg a fucking award.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny because people always point to, oh, people said Barack Obama was gonna seize guns. When did that didn't happen? It's like, yeah, because he exhausted all of his political capital. He didn't have a position from which to seize guns. It was really... Please turn to the left. Please turn to the... Thank you. Okay, I think the door is through here. Yes.
What was that I heard?
Nice shot. I was impressed with that one. You splashed it on the wall next to the torch.
That's what you gotta do.
Come on out and play.
Fuck.
I got you now, Tapper.
Nah, he saw me. Fuck. Let me try that again. Sorry to save scum on you guys. I think I'll go around the other way, actually. Yeah, that's smarter. It's darker this way. Just everything about it. And the lighting holds up surprisingly well here, too. I mean, the polygon counts were really low because of the dark engine.
Was something there?
Uh-oh.
Something is strange.
Oh, balls! Are we playing on normal? Yeah, we're playing on normal. But there's still, the AI is still cagey.
Gotta stay behind the pillar.
Thought I saw something.
Motherfucker.
I'm gonna sick the dogs on you when I find you.
Okay, let's go around then. Let's let him get the bug out of his ass. Do not tell me he's coming up there.
Stay hidden for long,
Oh my god, I actually have an opportunity because of this. Where is it?
Come on out and play.
Oh no! Hold on a second. Did I not take the fucking key? Damn it! I didn't take the fucking key. It doesn't matter, I can technically just pick it, I believe. I believe I can. Once again, the real Thief game's not really known for limiting your options. Oh, damn it. No, I do need the key. Some locks are unpickable.
Damn.
But I can do this.
It's true that you can...
I see you, don't you?
that you can distract with normal arrows, yes?
Okay. Yes, you can. Oh, I thought I... No, hold on. House key! Okay.
You had it all.
I had it all along! I thought it was gonna have some fancy fucking name. Okay, whatever. I'll just wait for this guy to go by, and then we'll do this. I'm a retard. Just witnessed a video game equivalent of a senior moment.
Something's wrong.
Nothing's wrong.
Something's wrong.
Must have been rats!
I'm gonna take my time with you.
Huh?
You got any idea what we do to unwelcome guests?
I got you.
Damn it! I didn't shoot it soon enough. That didn't sound right.
General Gentile Genitals says...
This is a tricky part. Okay.
Oh, you got the key ready?
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna wait for that jackass to go by. Also, what is the creep button? Hold on. I need the creep button bound here. I think it's supposed to be control. Slide on... Because I know this is using... This remastered version of Thief Gold is actually running on the Thief 2 engine, believe it or not. Where's run?
Your move, creep. Well, while you're looking at that,
Hold crouch.
here's General Gentile Genitals says, here's some Jew-tube shekels. Are you RazörFist with in bed with Terran? Also, is the military-industrial complex overrated?
You've got to be kidding me with this shit.
Not just flash bomb them.
No. Just wait for them to go out of the way.
Come on out. You won't stay hidden for long, Tapper.
Yeah, they're definitely headed this way, but I'll just chill and wait for them to get the bug out of their ass. No, only on weekends.
Yeah.
I know you're out there.
Are you shitting me with this?
Is there a mod that adds Alex Jones quotes to the guard?
Oh, that'd be amazing.
In bed with a goblin.
Yeah. That is a thing that needs to happen.
Thief modding community, get on it. Okay. Okay, we're good.
I got you now, Tapper.
What?
Oh no.
Did I save? I think I did. Yes. Yes, I did. Then I think while this guy is off exploring that hallway, I will.
Come on out and
Get over there, jackass.
Just get him in the head with a headshot and get XP. That's a thing in this game, right? Or did they remove that feature?
Well, it wasn't pretty, but I did it. No, this is a toughie. This is not fun. Man, I'm running out of water arrows. Not pretty.
Who's there? Hello? I saw something. Hello? Guess it was nothing.
Fucking uppity ass servants. The ninny servants, as they are known. Come on. Come on. Oh my. That's an Iron Maiden, isn't it? And it's probably released better albums than the actual one. In the last 10 years. Oh, in the last 10 years, certainly. Damn it. Damn it. See what I mean, though? There's shadows here, but they're not hiding me. This level's very janky. This guy's gonna walk right into my ass.
Don't hurt me.
I knew it. Ridiculous. They have random AI paths, so they just kind of wander around this basement, hoping to bash into a fucking thief, essentially. Like, that's basically what their AI is. And I don't know why that door was locked. There was nothing in there.
Oh, did you ever answer? Is the military-industrial complex overrated?
What's that in the shadows?
Oh, absolutely. It's absolutely an overblown threat, no fucking question. But you look at how many stupid wars we've engaged in, it exists. No question about that.
What's that?
There we go. Much better shadow cover here.
I hate rats.
Oh my god. And they both saw me. One of them was headed in the opposite direction, and he still saw me. I hate this basement.
Why are there so many people?
I don't know! It's a fucking basement! There's nothing down here! I've always hated this basement. It's got electrical lighting you can't shut off. I think there's maybe a lever somewhere around, but I don't think it's down here.
Why would you have torches up in the main?
Who are you? Help! Help!
I want to bash you on the head.
Why would you?
I'm actually contemplating bashing them on the head because they're pissing me off so much. I normally try and ghost, but it is not working out well here.
I was just trying to say, get the electrical lighting up in the main house and the torches down here. That makes more sense.
Yeah. Well, they got to get to all these barrels, cobblestones,
empty rooms with nothing in them.
It's a really clunky level. Like I said, it's the worst level in this game. Maybe the worst level in the history of Thief.
What's that?
Even though it's cool how big it is.
What's that in the shadows there?
And there's fucking spiders in cages over there. Like, Jesus Christ. Okay. We're in Ruben's house, I believe. Yes, sir. So I just need to find the key, and we're good. I am low on water arrows. I have one left, folks. Motherfucker. That is
one, you say?
So irritating. There's another way around. There's several ways around. And there's tons of fucking guards in here, too. Like, this mission, you could know exactly what you need to do, and it still takes a million years to finish this fucking mission, because it's so big, and so convoluted. The objectives are convoluted. Luckily, I know where a secret passage is. There's a guy sleeping over there. You have to be really careful picking locks near sleeping guards. They will actually wake up. Like, not even gonna lie, this mission may be worse than some missions in Thief. I'm just throwing that out there. Really clunky. And it sucks because on paper it sounds like a really cool idea. Thieves Guild, right? Execution is everything, ladies and gentlemen. I think the key is somewhere down that hallway, if I remember correctly. And this guy, motherfucker, is on some serious Red Bull. Does he have something I can pick? Aha. Why do all doors have to open out? Thank you. God, and there's no shadow cover. I hope I don't get fucked by that. Here we go. No.
Thought I saw something.
If I sneak in behind him, I may get away with this. I have no idea how I did that. Oh, here we go. 100, bribe to servant Gilpin. 1,000, Gerwitz contract. Isn't that the WWE writer?
Yeah.
124, tools. 500, bonus downwinder Virilli. Oh, that's a reference to Sarah Virilli, who is a game tester, I believe. She works on Dishonored now with Arcane, if I remember correctly. Oh, 864, Lord Brocious job. Eric Brocious did the soundtrack. This is all fucking... I love it. 172, rat poison.
You saved, right?
I did now. Okay. Wasn't that ambient ambient music though? I think that's... Is that the key?
Now I can get my raise.
There we go, folks. All that to get a key. That's just to get the key. That's not even to go to the safe and get the fucking object I need. And then if you play this on the highest difficulty, the way you get out is even more convoluted.
Now that you have the key, yeah. I was gonna say save. This might actually be an opportune time to answer a few questions.
My eyes must be playing tricks on me.
He spotted me. I'm gonna hide in here for a sec.
Rat noises by now.
I can hear him. Okay. Yeah, it's a good time to answer some questions.
Shadow Soul donated 20 bucks. Thank you, sir. Have you ever heard of a guy who goes by 331 Eric?
No.
Air Rock on YouTube?
Nope.
He takes well-known songs from video games, movies, TV, music, etc., and makes a metal version of it. If you have heard of him, what's your opinion? If not, would you like to check him out?
No, the only one I'm aware of who does that is Torzalan, I think. He did some of the music for the 8-Bit podcast. He's really good. You should check him out, guys.
Norman Shelton says, criticize the Parkland students because you're not supposed to.
Since when did we accept So, when let me just see if I'm understanding the media's logic. So, when the youth are super conservative, as this current generation is, we don't listen to them. Case in point, Kyle Kashuv. When the youth are really liberal, suddenly we should be basing nationwide gun policy on them. On every aberrant twinge of their adolescent psyche. Fucking... Just making sure I have that exchange of ideas down fucking pat. Making sure.
Mistake. They attacked my home planet.
Exactly. Alright. Do I have any to... Yeah, okay. McFatson. Spoonie seems nice, but his "Where have the lawful goods gone" vid made me rage. Ever see it? Your thoughts? I haven't seen it. What is it?
I probably watched it at one point, but
Is it Counter Monkey?
Yeah.
No.
I think his point in that was that there's a lot of, like, chaotic neutrals and edgelords, and I'm a bad guy.
No, he's not wrong about that. I remember, I remember one of the only D&D games I ever played. We actually, because this was like late 90s, early 2000s, the height of the fucking Final Fantasy Animu fucking craze. I remember we put a law, a flat-out ban in place. If you wore a trench coat it was a penalty. If you stood dramatically in front of fire, it was it was a fucking penalty. If you had a sword bigger than your character, it was a penalty. Field of Bears. If a commie and a Nazi are both drowning and have plenty of time to save both, how much higher do you fly the helicopter? Well, it depends. Have I dropped them out of it yet? Coriolanus Rex. Bill Gates named his company after his penis. Deus Pole Vault. There are pics of Emma Gonzalez that leaked. Who's Emma Gonzalez?
The bald, brown, lesbian, Czech Parkland student that's fucking everywhere.
I don't want to advertise revenge porn on my fucking stream. She's a douche, but how about we just stick to her shitty ideas and maybe her shitty haircut while we're at it? Fucking bitch wears a Cuban flag.
Yeah,
really?
I saw that.
Trump is a tyrant! Don't mind this Cuban flag. What the fuck? How many people did fucking Castro kill again?
Major Spike 9000 says, "Hi, Razor T-Bookie. Have there ever been puppets like David? I can't believe it's not Hitler Youth Hog. And Emma, my menses deposits into my nose, Gonzalez." Menses, excuse me. Also, thoughts on Deep Purple?
I love Deep Purple. My favorite album from them is... I'm a bigger fan of the Glenn Hughes era. I don't call it the David Coverdale era on the count of he sounds like he has fucking gum in his mouth. Why the fuck would you hire David Coverdale when you have Glenn Hughes in your goddamn band? Can anybody answer me that fucking question? You got Glenn goddamn Hughes, and you go with David fucking Coverdale, and what the fuck is going on with your face, David? Speaking of which, if you want to laugh your balls off, you need to watch the new live Whitesnake videos. The new DVD they released not long ago. Oh my god, he has no voice anymore. Coverdale he like screams like a sick hawk. He sounds horrific. Go look it up, guys. It's fucking hilarious.
Malroadkill says, "So David Hogg got a part in Pacific Rim 3. He's playing a new kaiju. Knife Chin. I commissioned this work, but I don't want to be financially destroyed for being mean to a guy who's likely been further away from his shooting than I have."
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, that's not true. He's pretty close to it. He bullied the shooter.
Did you hear that, though? At the very first, he said, I was at the school hiding in a closet, you know. Then later it comes out.
Yeah, his story has changed. I mean, Jesus Christ. There's
been
been more drafts of that story than the Last Jedi script, folks.
Just fucking
I went home on my bike and I went to get my thing, but I didn't mean that I was coming back to film the shooting. I came back to film an assembly. It was like there's been like 3 or 4 different versions of his fucking story. What is going on? Well, I think we all know what's going on.
Yeah, you're full of shit.
Gaku! What's your opinion of the Warhammer 40k / fantasy settings? Fantasy has been killing it recently with Total War and Vermintide, in my opinion. For those who are not aware, Michael Moorcock sued them and won, if I remember correctly. It's the only person, for all the people who claim Michael Moorcock is litigious, it's the only person he's actually sued. He was offended by it because they stole stuff from him whole cloth and just didn't acknowledge it at all. And it was so blatant. And Moorcock is such a fan of fantasy, he identified all the other things that they ripped off, and some of the other authors took action as well. Games Workshop are fucking thieves! There is not a thief in the game I'm playing right now that is purloined more than fucking Games Workshop. Because the way that the company started is they were making miniatures. They were just a miniature company, and so they were making miniatures for other existing games. And then basically they just decided, hey, let's combine them all and make our own universe. So basically they took Lord of the Rings, they took D&D, they took Elric, they took all these existing tabletop RPGs, and they just ganked their shit. Straight up, that's what Warhammer is. That's what happened. All the sci-fi is stolen, all the fantasy is stolen, all of it's fucking stolen, folks. Yeah, so it's cool. It's cool in the sense of like when you were a little kid and you had lots of X-Men toys and you had lots of Star Wars toys and you had lots of Lord of the Rings toys or whatever, and you would combine them in a great big battle with your friends or whatever, like a great big action figure battle. Warhammer is fun in that sense, but people who go over the top and like it's the best lore ever and whatever the fuck. Number one, they don't even have as much lore as a lot of other games, BattleTech included. And number two, most of the lore is fucking stolen. Like fucking people. I love Warhammer, but come on, people.
Let's do another.
Filipino white boy. Have you ever seen a YouTuber named ER and his reviews of The Force Awakens, Rogue One, and The Last Jedi? I think you would like them. I think I saw his review of Mad Max Fury Road, and I liked it. I thought it was good. I haven't seen those, though. His nickname for Vice Admiral Holdo is That's No Neck. That's a space elevator.
Oh my god.
My favorite thing about The Last Jedi is the only woman to ever pilot a ship in the entire series crashed it.
Yep.
Space feminist chick immediately. We're subverting female stereotypes. Now Admiral Purple Hair is gonna go ahead and crash this right into a fucking superstar destroyer.
And if you pause it at the right moment, you can see she left the blinker on.
It's true. She didn't even signal. Apparently she's part Vietnamese. I don't know.
Alex Seekman has a comment. He says, I remember all the way back in 2014, I was really excited for Spoonie to do a Transformers 4 review, and for him to just tear a new asshole. But alas, he never did. Proceeds to cry myself to sleep.
Close it.
Huh? I've got you covered.
What? He never did that before. Okay, then I guess I'm gonna have to hide here. Oh, fortunately, there's shadows. Good! Good! Deadly shadows? Or if this were Tenchu, they would be fatal shadows.
Oh, he's going in there, too. Damn.
Yeah?
I wish you could lock them in.
Should throw a poinsettia at him. We already got the key. Good.
Metal Taffer says, just ordered Tenchu Wrath of Heaven. Thoughts on the game?
Great fucking game. Great fucking game. I love Tenchu, and it is long past time that it came back. That said, if you can't do it right, don't do it. Can I get down there? Should I get down there?
Looks like there's like a ledge there you can get on.
There is a ledge, but there's stuff to steal. Moss arrow? Do I have moss arrow? I believe I do. Woohoo! I have quite a few of these. Let's make a path. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, how are we gonna do this? I think I'll...
Uh-oh.
Mother of...
What's going on?
Are you kidding me?
Wow. Wow.
I mean, the probability of that happening. That was funny.
Matt Collins says, how come you never show your face on camera during streams? Because I remember you did that at one point.
It's just more bandwidth, you know. It makes the streams move a little smoother, although you couldn't tell it from all the fucking technical problems we've had today. Are you gonna bash right into me? What in the world? Okay, let's get the fuck over here. Let's get over here. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna chill out over here. And these jackasses can have their little pee-pee party. This level. See the lack of shadows? And then even there's shadows, and you've probably noticed this, that you'll hide in and they won't hide you. Like, it's just such a half-designed level.
Thought I saw something.
Yes, you can be detected while leaning in this game. I know, novel concept for Dishonored fans, I know. Okay. There we go, folks. We're pretty much home free. Whoa. They're heading our way. This is going to be tricky because there's a lot of patrols that go through here, so go ahead and ask some questions.
Excellent. Gizmo Hibiki says,
Where's the lighting coming from in this room?
I have ideas for superheroes to the point I made my own universe, and I want to make comics. When exactly should I... When I actually learn how to draw and write better than a 6th grade fanfiction creator, would it be wise to go online and create a comic company?
In the sense that you should self-publish, yes. Publishers are so irrelevant now anyways, with the advent of the internet and the availability of, you know, .cbr files and all this other bullshit, the prevalence of blogs. Man, you can self-publish your own shit. You can just throw it out there yourself. Go for it. I mean, when I was talking earlier about pulps and so forth and having a story that I had written that I haven't published, I recognize I could just as easily just throw it out there myself and probably more people would read it. Is there something to steal in there? Should I waste my last arrow?
Save scum.
Maybe. Yeah, if there's nothing back there, then I'll fucking reload. A marble fireplace. How about that? What's over here? Hi. What is... Man, this is huge! This is Gar Goddamn Ganchuan. This fucking level has a courtyard in one of the 3 mansions that are in it. Is that a mine? Nice! Jesus Christ! The fucking hell, this corpulent-ass level. Level gets any bigger, it's gonna have to dye its hair pink and vote for Democrats. What the fuck?
Hey, something did you see that?
Nope. You didn't see shit.
They probably heard me. That's the thing. The sound ricochets. It can actually go through wooden doors if it's loud enough. It probably went through that door, but we'll see. We'll see if they come through and if they're... Yep, see?
Won't stay hidden for long, Tapper. You got any idea what we do to unwelcome guests?
Uh-oh.
Eek. Go follow the noise. Good man.
Freeze! Come out, wherever you are. I know you're out there.
Just looting them up a little bit. Steal at least 1,000 loot. How much loot do I have?
Don't start thinking I'm gonna forget.
I'm over halfway there.
Come out,
You feel free to ask a question. While
Oh yeah, I just thought this was a really tense moment. Blonde Villain says, hey Razor, do you think universities are becoming obsolete?
Yes.
It seems like most trades in demand are readily trainable online or for nearly free.
Yeah, absolutely. Increasingly, college students are realizing it's basically... colleges are just debt generators. That's essentially what they've turned into. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people watching this stream have a relative who went to school thinking, oh, it's what you're supposed to do once you're ready to adult. And, you know, didn't get anything out of it but a mountain of butt fucking debt. We've all had that relative or that friend. Whoa. Good.
Garrett, you're crazy for coming down here.
Through the door! Really, dude? Really, dude? That was a collision problem. He shouldn't have been able to see me through a fucking door.
What rough beast says? My wallet says...
Again?
You see...
By the way, all the Thief games, I don't know if they're still on sale. They were on sale earlier this week for like $1 a piece.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's still up or not. What Rough Beast says, my wallet says, you see these, McFisty? These 2 middle fingers are for you. Because I found the complete series of The Wire. Nice. Any love for the 1974 Yakuza movie with Robert Mitchum?
You know, I've heard that one's a good one. I haven't really seen it. The 2 70s Robert Mitchum movies that I've watched, obviously, are Farewell, My Lovely and The Big Sleep. Big Sleep sucks a little bit. They modernized it for some reason. So, Farewell, My Lovely came out and it was full-on neo-noir. It was just a noir film that was made in 1974, I believe. Full-on noir, it's just in color, that's it. Like, it could have been made in 1945, it's just a little more racy. And then, for some reason, when they made the sequel, The Big Sleep, which was also a Marlowe adaptation, they decided, oh, fuck it, we'll make this in 1979. We'll suddenly update it so it's in the modern day. And it sucked. It really sucked. It was like they were trying to be edgy, and, oh, it was cringy. It was not very good. It's a shame, because Farewell, My Lovely is fantastic and underrated, and I think because Farewell, My Lovely didn't do that well.
I'm gonna rob you of your organs, Tapper boy.
Hey, you're gonna fucking through walls, apparently. But continue, dude.
Recognize you from far away.
Continue.
Karis says, evening, gentlemen. Have a gift on me. I'm off for the night. Been a long work week. Something that Anita Sarkeesian really wouldn't know about.
Yeah, no shit.
Major Spike 9000 says, Razor, one day I hope to found my own game studio.
There we go.
And
oh, you
with
poor
the studio,
bastard.
I'm going to set a list of commandments. Things like, thou shalt not give into bullshit politics. What rules and tenets would you and T recommend to keep me from becoming Kojima?
Don't believe your own hype. Huff no more than 5 farts in a week. Dialogue is not an end in and of itself.
Thought I saw something.
Oh, fuck it. Ninny servants, fuck them. Okay, hold on. I got to know.
Body bag. Body bag.
I could just knock him out. I haven't knocked anybody out, but that would ruin my... Although I'm definitely not ghosting. I've been spotted by a couple of people. But I'm ghosting in the sense that I'm not affecting my surroundings, if that makes sense. Come on, dude. I can hear him going on by, but do please...
Oh. Fun Ream says, die, clan scum. House Merrick will dominate you all. And God fucking speed.
House Merrick will dominate itself. No one could hate House Merrick more than House Merrick.
Atheists are still faggots says, since you're a paranoid dude, is there anything to conspiracies like Rothschilds, Bilderbergs, MK
Bilderberg, sorry,
or the like? I would say yes. I mean, fuck.
Guess it was nothing.
The Bilderberg Group still has that private fucking
Dude, I
meeting
just
with
see
all
what I
those
think I
world
saw.
leaders and shit. That's just fucking. What are they doing?
Yeah, I'm not sure I subscribe to those
I guess.
conspiracy theories. I've never been a big conspiracy guy. In fact, I cut a whole rant. Remember that? I like cut a whole rant on conspiracy theories. We never released it. Oh my gosh, I am the unluckiest man on planet Earth. Did you see that? I got spotted by 3 people at once because they all turned in the same direction at once.
Also, this place is just filled with people.
It is! Like, this is the most populous basement I've ever seen in my life.
And it's supposed to be nighttime.
I'm gonna
isn't
wait.
it?
I'm gonna wait for this guy to go.
Why? If this.
Well,
why-
it's a thief's guild, but still.
I'm just saying it's
Shouldn't shouldn't they be
out thieving?
Yeah, no shit. No shit. It's an illogical level on about 15 different levels, as it were. Come on. But yeah,
Oh, I shall continue.
because I'm just waiting for this asshat to go by.
Oh yeah, that was the conspiracy theory question. Patchouli says, thoughts on the possibility of Governor Rick Scott caving even harder to left pressure and banning certain guns to follow his bump stock ban and raising the purchase age to 21.
Purchase age to 21 is the stupidest law that could possibly be passed. It is fucking dumb.
I thought I saw something. I'm gonna be used to rap noises by now. You know I see you, don't you? Huh? Guess it was nothing.
Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna kind of hang. But the raising the age to 21 makes no sense because, okay, if you're gonna do that, then raise the military age to 21. Because what the fuck are they gonna? What are they gonna use? What section of the army and or navy and or air force are they gonna fucking join? The one that uses fucking slingshots? The one that what are they gonna use? Fucking pea shooters? Like are they gonna fling spitballs at Al Qaeda? You have to use guns in the military. What the fuck? So I can fight and die for my country using a gun, but I can't own one in my own private fucking life. Blow me until I feel a draft. That was a draft pun, by the way.
Dallas Space Cowboy says, hey, Taryn, if you see this, tell Razor to relate that rant. I'm sure there'd be a lot of backlash, but I want to hear his thoughts in detail.
On what?
The conspiracy video that you said you wanted to make, or did make and didn't release.
No, remember? We recorded it. We were walking around, we filmed it with my phone.
That was that one. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do we still have that footage?
I think we do. We wanted to try something different. I've always wanted to record a rant while just walking around. You know, just like, oh, I missed a pile of coins. It's good I came back in here. I can hear someone. Man, this is a nightmare. Who the fuck patrols a sewer this hardcore? Fucking Raphael and Donatello don't give this much of a fuck about a sewer.
And with that, we are caught up on Streamlabs donations.
Bitchin'.
Is someone over there?
Shut up. Alright. Okay, we're pretty much home free.
Don't know what it was.
Gonna get my rope arrow back, god damn it.
They're just so costly. It would be wasteful.
Okay. What are you talking about? Wonder where this leads. Probably up where I was. Looks like where I was. Okay. Let's go back, folks. And it is time to get Randall's safe. Unfortunately, I know exactly where it is. I've always loved the way the sewers look in Thief. Alright, sweet. So sad. It really delineates the difference between graphics and art design, you know? Because Thief 4 had all the graphics in the world. Art design was complete shit. You know, you can have the most bowl me the fuck over and rob me of my anal virtue video game graphics on planet Earth. If you don't have that art design, pack it the fuck in. I think there's a guy, yeah, patrolling around here. You know, this is much easier to circumnavigate. Where's this go? Right.
Oh, is this where you can turn off the power to all the lights?
No, this controls doors.
Oh.
They're vault doors. It's not as complicated as it sounds. Oops, don't go in here. Don't go in there. Is there a third one? Yo-ho! Where's he at? There we go, folks. Water arrows! Sweet, life-giving water arrows. Beautiful.
You hear about Sutter's job last night?
Heard he came in pretty late. He get something good?
Don't he wish? He's up in this lady's bedroom, all quiet like, when he hears feet outside.
He got caught?
Nothing so tame. He can scarp out the way he came quick enough.
I am now in Randall's basement, so I'm about to go grab the fucking safe.
Jewelry, candlesticks, whatnot.
Or no, Donald's basement, I
Halfway
think.
down the stairs.
He stole Randall's vase.
Sleeping about.
If you play...
He's cut the lady's
If you
fat.
play the hard version of this, or the very hard version, I think there's 3 mansions you have to go in, not just 2.
Every which way.
If I remember correctly.
He had to jump in the river to get the damn thing off. Left a trail of blood and water over half the city just going home.
Alright.
Thought I saw something.
You saw shit.
Huh. Too many damn rats around here.
Yes, there are treasures over there. No, I don't give a fuck.
Someone there? Glad it was nothing.
I don't remember her being there.
Huh? Don't know what it was. It's gone now.
Let's wait for this guy to go by. And then I'm gonna pick that. Haha. Lovely. Ooh, blue chest. Those are always fun. Speed potion. And nothing. Who has an ornate blue chest and keeps nothing in it? Liara Tassoni. I mean, what?
Yeah.
let's take a break for a minute and get to some super chats.
I don't know where you left off, so I couldn't really.
All right, gang. What's your most... Oh, hold on. Where was I at? Emma Gonzalez, Warhammer 40K. Okay, Mike Dog X01. Love your VG retrospective vids. Plans for more? Yeah, definitely. In fact, I have a few ideas. And in fact, I have one that's already kind of partially written. So, yes. The answer to that is yes. First and foremost, which one of you is sexier? Want to flip a coin?
Well, I mean...
He has been working on his glutes, ladies and gentlemen. He has been... Those kettlebell squats are really paying off there.
All of my weights are triangular.
Bully! This is important. Secondly, Razor, is a Mythos on Sabotage or Blind Guardian a possibility? Yeah, both. Both, in fact. Although, before I did Blind Guardian, I'd probably do Demons and Wizards first, because I'm a bigger fan of them. Best Way Killer, did you know Metal Cucks has turned the PC Witch Hunt onto Watain? Yes, I did. They're all up in arms about Set Tayton apparently giving Nazi salutes. Much like the gesture itself, I'd say that's quite a stretch. Yeah, it's a bunch of fucking bullshit. They're doing intellectual twister at this point to keep the fucking outrage going, because the Dagon thing got him so many fucking clicks, is basically what's going on. Folks, if you're ever gonna even be outraged at a fucking Metal Cucks article, archive that shit. And share the archive link. Don't give these assholes fucking clicks.
Yeah.
Don't reward them with fucking ill-gotten gains. I've been very careful to do that, because Metal Cucks need to go out of business. Adam Goldberg and fucking... What's his name? I forget the other guy's name. Damon Umov or something to that effect. Saber Iran, happy Zombie Jesus weekend. I think this might have been asked, but what game do you guys have as a guilty pleasure despite how bad it may be?
Oh, Jesus.
Probably Rad for him.
Yeah, I mean...
Robot Alchemic Drive. It's pretty rough.
Yeah, it is rough. Especially with... No, actually, I take that back. The story's amazing. That shit's hilarious, especially the voice acting.
For me, oh, shit. You would be surprised at how many times I've played Final Fantasy VII for as much as I hate it. So maybe that. I don't know. Saber Iran, you don't look forward to the System Shock remake? I do look forward to the remake. I think we'll probably get 3 before we get the remake, though.
Yeah.
Andre Zarano raises opinion of Rob Ager and Ready Player One. I'm not interested in Spielberg movies, so I didn't give a flying fuck about Ready Player One. It seems to me
Not at all.
It seems to me like they're fucking pushing it because virtual reality is not selling. It seems to me like they kind of rushed that out to production. Like, you know, they had to have been making that movie for 2 years or so. So virtual reality, the new wave of VR headsets, has been around about 3 years. Seems like they expected to sell out of the gate, and they're like, oh, fuck. Spielberg's a big video game fan, so he's aware of whether or not they're selling. Remember, this is the same dude who pushed fucking Kinect on us. Remember?
Yeah. I got another one here for you. Metal Magic says, Terran and Razor, have either of you ever seen the Hulu documentary about Mr. Finger? It's about the story of Batman's true origin story.
No, I didn't realize there was a documentary. I'd love to see that, because that's the guy who basically... Although, he's also the guy who plagiarized the fucking Shadow story for the first several Batman comics. Bill Finger did not just steal the first Batman story from the Shadow. He stole several stories thereafter, in fact. And we're just now finding out about it because people are going back... With the ready availability of the Shadow pulps now, people are beginning to compare, and they're like, holy fuck, like the first 5 Batman stories are fucking stolen from the Shadow, what the shit?
Remember that radio show that we listened to where they basically just introduced the Joker?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, what's it called?
I forget the name of it, but it's a guy...
The Laughing Corpse.
Yeah, something like that.
Listen to the Shadow radio episode, The Laughing Corpse. Great episode.
Yeah.
And basically invented the whole Joker laugh toxin. Fucking ridiculous. Heavy Hebrew donates $20. Holy shit. Evening, Razor and Terran. Will we ever get to see a proper Battletech game on the PC? Yeah, we're about to get one this month.
I read this one. I believe he's talking about MechWarrior, because look what he says after.
Longtime mech fan to the days of cardboard cutouts. My joystick thirsts for the blood of freeborn scum. Oh, I see. Are we... go play... Dude, if you want to use your joystick and waste some fucking clanner scum, play MechWarrior Living Legends. It's more like MechWarrior than fucking MechWarrior Online will ever goddamn be, and we need to do a stream of that.
Yeah.
We need to stream that shit. Hardcore Bunny, sorry, I meant Ghost of a Tale. Do you think it's more of a point-and-click type adventure game without the point-and-click? It reminds me of Monkey Isle. No, I think it's more of a stealth game with an RPG thrown in. It does have some point-and-click kind of elements, but... Aunt Jar Jar Mima, has Yusa read any of the Frank Miller RoboCop comics? Yeah, they suck. They're terrible. Excellent art, though, because Juan Jose Reap did that. And actually, I know the guy who sort of got him hired onto that comic, which is pretty cool. Commander Ham, do you think Hollywood can recover in time, or is it doomed? It's a slow death, folks. It's going down like the Titanic in the sense that it took about 3 hours for the Titanic to sink.
Yeah.
It took a while, whereas the Lusitania was down in fucking 18 minutes. Hollywood's going down like the Titanic, just a slow inching into the water.
It's just like comics, man, or any form of entertainment.
Yeah.
Take out the fucking politics and just make a good story.
Yes, sir.
That's it. That's it.
Yes, sir. Dirty Dan, the fact that Far Cry 5 isn't just Blood Dragon the sequel is a huge missed opportunity. But why would we do the smart thing, am I right? Gas the juice? Huh, interesting. No, I completely agree. And did you hear the guy who made Blood Dragon just left?
Oh, God, really?
Yeah, he just left Ubisoft. I'd leave too! What are they gonna give him? A fucking another Trials game? Trials of the fucking Blood Dragon or whatever the fuck it was? Max Levin, I recommend listening to the band Rub TA. They basically make theme songs for your hard-on. Okay. Dennis Head, Razor Terran, what are your favorite beers? My favorite are the ones I don't have to drink, because I don't like the taste of beer.
I can't stand beer. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not a big beer guy. Quebec, I recently started playing StarCraft 2 again. Have you played Legacy of the Void? And if so, what do you think of the storyline? In StarCraft 2? I thought it was kind of weak sauce. StarCraft 2, man. That game kind of came and went in a weird way. Like, esports players are obviously still playing it because Korea would... Fucking Blizzard could pinch out a turd. They'd fucking play it. They'd hook it up to their rigs and fucking play that for hours. But, yeah, StarCraft here in the States kind of came and went.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Here and gone.
You would think that it would have done better, but it I don't know. You never hear people talking about StarCraft 2. Never. It's weird. Whereas people still talk about the original and still play it all the time. Oh, sorry. Have I played Legacy of the Void? No, I haven't. Jean-Louis Jabouin. Hey, Razor. Love Russo as well, especially his castrating the Marx show. What do you think on Trump's stance on client video games? You mean his violent video games bullshit? He's been wrong about this since fucking 2012 when he first put out his first tweets about how mass shootings are being caused by video games. Look, he's a fucking boomer, folks. He's wrong on shit. I didn't support him in the primaries because there's certain things I vehemently disagree with Trump about, which is why it irritates the living shit out of me to be called a fucking Trump cultist or whatever the fuck, because I didn't even support the dude in the primaries. There are several issues I think he's full of 17 shades of shit on. Groovy Snake, thoughts on the omnibus budget and the Cloud Act? The omnibus budget... I think maybe there's another way around to build the wall, because from what I understand, he's already making plans to build it. So I think he's using military funds. He's going to use the military to build the fucking wall, because he considers it a matter of national security, which, I mean...
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. Absolutely not. I mean, fucking 2 of the 9/11 hijackers came in through the Mexican border and trained in Arizona. So, yeah... But yeah, the Cloud Act, I no opinion thus far. A Sojourner, hi Razor, finally caught you live. Hi, I'm glad you finally caught us live. Metalhead Martyr, at what point do victims of a tragedy become grossly sacrosanct? When I challenge these kids on their platforms, I'm accused of cheerleading mass shooters. What the fuck? Am I missing something here? Well, they're using them as shields, folks. That's the idea. This is the same reason the Palestinians put all their missile emplacements in highly crowded suburban areas. Because if they get hit, then they get to say, holy fuck, you went after... You're killing innocent people! It's whatever. And Israel does the same thing, by the way. I'm not saying it's just Palestine, but...
What's the saying? They cry out as they strike you?
Yes, exactly. The Sideshow Man 212. I don't know, Razor. I rather enjoyed some of the songs on Books of the Dead. I enjoyed it too. The album that came before was absolute garbage, though. I think Book of Souls, you mean, is a step in the right direction. I said it in my Iron Maiden mythos. I think it's absolutely a step in the right direction. There were some great songs on there. Red and the Black. I thought Empire of the Clouds was pretty good, even though it's like 20 minutes long. I think it actually justified its length. And it's an interesting story, too, if you're a fan of aviation like I am. The story of the R-101. Andrew donates $20. If the left repeals the Second Amendment, it would trigger a civil war. I agree. 30% of Americans are registered gun owners. So even if 1/3 of them rise up, that would be 30 million insurgents of the U.S. Why did the left push this nonsense? Because it is a rallying cry at a time when they lack rallying cries. I think that's honestly, a lot of this is owed to the fact that the left lost so profoundly in 2016 and then lost in the subsequent midterms so profoundly that they have no unifying issues anymore, right? The old Clintonite issues are no longer unifying the party. They're all pulling in different directions. You have the Sanders wing, and you have the Clintonite wing, and you have the Young Turks fucking wing. You have all these fucking wings of the Democrat Party, and they're all pulling in different directions. Like, people talk about how much disarray the GOP is in, and they are in disarray. The left are scattered to the 5 fucking winds, and the media never talks about it. Never talks about it. They are obsessed with the enterprise of advancing the absolute bullshit notion that the left have unified in the face of Trump. No. They have been scattered in the face of Trump. And that's why they have to proffer that illusory concept. Lewis M109, are you planning to review the new Stryper album? Yeah, I'd probably review it and append it to the end of my mythos on them. Black Raptor 311. Did you get my message on my latest vid of painted Battletech minis? Yes, I mentioned it earlier in the video, but I just mentioned it to Terran Gale. I'm going to show it to him. But yeah, earlier I mentioned it.
Fuck 'em.
Yes! What's up? What the fuck? Benjamin Myers. I don't even know how to thank you for your generosity. Donates 500. Wow. Humbled, cannot thank you enough, dude. Let me read his comment. Finally made a live stream and hope you keep everything up. Would love a live stream of some sort on a Saturday, political or otherwise. We've done a few Saturday streams and we'll do more in the future. And we need more pun/joke streams. Keep on keeping on, good sirs. Also, why do shower heads have at least 11 holes in them? Das Juden only have 10 fingers. Speaking of which, I think that calls for a dad joke.
Oh god.
Grab your fucking... I think it's sitting right over there.
Did I leave it here?
Yeah, I think it does call for a dad joke.
Oh my god.
So, as a thank you for that incredibly generous donation, because that was really badass of you.
Jesus.
We're gonna give you a dad joke.
I'm just gonna leave this book here.
Yes.
In
fact, read that, because I need to go piss.
Okay. I'll tell a few. What can you do with a dog with no legs? Take it for a drag. Very clever, right? How do you get virgin wool from an ugly sheep? What's the difference between meat and fish? If you beat your fish, it dies. Did you hear about the Polish fox that got its paw caught in a trap? It gnawed off 3 feet before it got free. Funny stuff. What do you call a masturbating bull? Beef stroganoff. How can you tell when an elephant's got her period? There's a nickel on the bedstand and your mattress is missing.
All right, one from me. Where does the Jewish husband hide his money from his wife? Under the vacuum cleaner. All right. Let's do this. We still have some more, but we'll get to them. Okay, make sure it's picking up the game, by the way.
Oh,
I
yes.
saw something.
Shut up.
Glad it was nothing.
Shut up, whore. Okay, this chick is gonna have to be knocked out. There's no way. There's nothing for it. Beef stroganoff. Sorry, that's a good one. Okay, she has to be knocked out. Can I get that, do you think? I only have one on water arrow, so... Ow, fuck.
You hit my hand.
It's in a very precarious position. Alright. Ooh! Oh, they were washing the golden guy. That's a lovely detail there. Okay. Oh, the loo. I have located the loo. This game, by the way, we are playing with the Gecko texture pack, which is exceptional, and I can't recommend it highly enough. He did an absolutely superb job on it. This guy does have a vase collection. It's good attention to detail, too, in the level design. Even if the level is decidedly underwhelming, in my opinion. What's this? Can I actually... Right out from under his nose! God, I love this game. I don't quite have 1,000 loot. Jump across, because marble is really fucking loud in this game. Where's he?
Thought I saw something.
This is tricky as fuck.
All's quiet now. Huh?
I think I got around that corner in time.
I think I'd be used to rat noises by now.
Jesus of Nazareth. Do I have the safe key? Yeah, I do. Go in there.
What did I hear?
Okay.
Just nothing.
Now it's behind one of these banners, if I remember correctly. Luckily, that didn't make any noise.
That's pretty clever, though.
And there we are, folks. 1,000 loot. We can get the fuck out of here. See, this is a shadow that's not hiding me. This is one of the reasons I hate this level, is it's like they didn't finish it. Like, if you've ever made fan missions, you know, like, you actually have to program those things. It's actually something you have to test for and whatnot, and, it's like they didn't have time to finesse this. Is there anything in here? Doesn't look like it. Okay, gang.
Time to get the fuck out.
Yes. And I know exactly where my escape route is, so we should be able to blaze through here.
Another key.
Lord Randall job. Entertainment Expo. Info from Victoria. There's a little bit of foreshadowing. We haven't met Victoria yet. We're about to. Okay, folks. I think we just need to go out into this courtyard, if I remember correctly. Right? No? Yes!
Nice.
Now that was a fucking marathon, folks. And that was about as smoothly as that could conceivably go, even with all the save scumming. I mean, that was rough. I hate that level. There are things about it I like. I like how you break in with the rope arrow and all that shit, but really irritating.
Did you read the comment from Black Raptor about his video about painted battle
Yeah, I did.
Awesome. That's cool. We still need
Carry
to watch
on,
that.
it's Rex. Please, good sirs, stream Shadowrun Hong Kong. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Dennis had thoughts on the game Subnautica. Have you played it? I haven't.
I've seen it played a lot. I have to admit, there are a lot of those survival games out there with, you know, crafting and shit. Subnautica does it right. There's just enough intrigue to make you want to push on further and see more.
A Sojourner, what are your thoughts on John Bolton being hired? I kind of referenced that earlier. But, I think, I'm not particularly a fan of John Bolton, but like I said, I think some of the negatives are exaggerated. I think turning him into the Iraq war hawk is exaggerated. Yes, there are worrisome quotes. Yes, I think a lot of that, though, is taken out of context. Most of it is within the context of the Iraq war. He was a part of the Bush administration, so it was literally his job to defend it. That's not exactly a feather in his cap. I'm not defending him. Again, I'm not a fan of him being appointed, but, you know, I think people need to calm down a little bit and wait and see how he actually behaves. Because keep in mind, this is a different administration with a different president. He's going to be under different orders. His job is to serve Donald Trump. We'll see if he actually does that or if he goes in business for himself. Hey, Razor, what's your opinion? Oh, Henny G. Hey, Razor, what's your opinion on Steven Crowder's new Change My Mind events? I think they're badass. I've been pretty addicted to the fucking videos. Have you seen any of them?
No.
They're great, dude. He just goes to a college campus and sets up like a fucking booth. Although now he's doing it more elaborately with an actual like stage setup and shit and skits and whatnot. But
yeah, I heard he had a really big last one. Even did it a live stream.
yeah, but the most recent one got shit canned because, or he's still gonna do it, so people should go and support him or whatever. But apparently the police, once again, the police refused to provide security. So it had to be canceled. Same thing that happened to Milo when he came here to Phoenix.
Honestly, the word should get out to just private militias. People who will support him and just volunteer their help.
Yeah. Evan Rose, pre-ordered White Wolf. Thanks so much for the entry. Good. Awesome. Oh, the new Elric. Fuck yeah, dude. And it's coming out in September, I believe. August or September. A Sojourner, thoughts on whether Travis Allen can win the governor's seat in California? You think? I don't think so, guys. This is the state that elected Jerry Brown 3 times. If that doesn't tell you all you need to know about California. Mind you, 2 of those times were after he was at least partially responsible for a genocide in Guyana. Okay? If that doesn't stop California from electing a guy, you pretty much just have to have a D next to your name. They would elect Hitler if he had a D next to his name. They don't give a fuck.
But didn't they?
All right. Are we ready to do the sword? This is a cool fucking mission. Now, this is night and day, because right after the worst thief level possibly ever made, we get one of the best thief levels ever fucking made. Good show.
I was contacted by a woman named Victoria. She claims to represent a client who was impressed by the way I took care of Ramirez, and now wants
Ramirez! Sorry.
him.
The target is a magical sword, owned by a nobleman and collector named Constantine. Little is known about Constantine except that he is an eccentric new face in the city, and mostly keeps to himself. Victoria says the sword will probably be on display, but it will be well protected by guards and security systems. She also mentioned that the guards are tough and organized, and the mansion is confusing to navigate in. The house was constructed recently, so I've had to piece together my own map from observation and hearsay. Sounds like the place is a bit of a maze. I guess if you're rich enough, you can build any sort of madhouse to live in. This is going to be a challenging job, but it'll pay better than the last few I've taken. As usual, the front entrance is heavily guarded, but I've managed to find another way in. Of course, once I've picked up the sword, I'll still have to worry about getting back out.
Fuck yeah! And let me make sure that everything's good. Okay, good. Cool. Just wanted to make sure it was actually registering the microphone because I accidentally turned it off for a second there. Alright, gang. Now, this is a kick-ass fucking mission. I love this. This is a good example of some of the unconventional level design, some of the non-Euclidean ideas that were later kind of co-opted by games like Portal and even Legend of Zelda. Ocarina of Time had some similar stuff in it with the spiral hallways, and I think that was a little before or around the same time. Rope arrow, I definitely need those. And moss arrow couldn't hurt either. So, is that 50? Yeah, one more water arrow and we are good. Alright, gang, Constantine's mansion. Is there anyone to, like, pickpocket or anything around here? Those are some glitched out fucking trees. I think that's probably because my, I need to update my version of the texture pack.
Don't soft up, though.
Not me.
The fuck? Oh, he's got something I can pickpocket. Those are some interesting looking guards.
Is it just a weird helmet?
Yeah, it's like a fully enclosed helmet. I imagine that's a... No, it's not. Yeah, I need to update my fucking texture pack. This is an outdated version of it. Don't hold that against Gecko. I need to update to the full version. Alright, rope arrow. There we go. Let's get up on that balcony, shall we? Alright.
You're in an empty room. Let's do a quick one. Hey, Prinny says, hey, Razor, have you read the Shadow Batman comic by Dynamite? Not the Batman Shadow by DC.
I thought they were both pretty underwhelming, honestly. The Batman Shadow started out pretty good, and Shadow Batman had much better art. It was done by the Shadow artist, and it was published more by Dynamite. But I thought they were both very underwhelming. It was very much the Batman show. It was very much, here's why Batman is better than the Shadow. Like, that was pretty much the moral of the story. I thought it was pretty pointless, and, you know, at the end of the day, they lost me. I started out buying every single one, and by the end it was like, why did I even bother? It really fell apart. Bad writing all around. Is there anything? These look like lockers.
Ooh, nice.
Yep. Cool thing about the mines in this game, if you throw a mine and it arms and whatever, you can actually defuse them by using your lockpicks. Huh. A lot of marble in here. He was pretty far away. I think I'm probably safe. I love the way the level is designed. It's like they just subtly hint something is weird at first. Like, if you notice the first room I went into, one of the windows was sideways. It was just, it starts out really small, and then it progressively gets fucking weirder and weirder, as you will notice. I don't think there's any loot in here.
Well, let's see. Excalibur Forge says, what's your most anticipated upcoming game? Cyberpunk 2077?
I'm not that interested in Cyberpunk 2077. I was never a huge fan of the tabletop, and I'm not a big CD Projekt fan. So it's, you know... Plus, hearing all the problems with how the game is coming together and how they still... 3 years, fucking 4 years... No, they started in 2012, didn't they? Fucking...
Well, that's when it was announced. I don't know if they actually started making anything.
Well, they put a trailer together. You would think they would have started developing. But either way, you know, some of the employee reviews were mentioning, and some of them were written in 2016, that the developers still had no fucking clue what it was going to be. I mean, that's not a good sign. We're definitely getting weird now. What's down here? Do I have a key? So I specifically need a key for that. If one of these guys has one. No, he's got a money pouch, though, that I can pilfer. What's over here? There's fucking holes in the floor. There are windows on the floor. Can I make it across that expanse, do you think?
Yeah. I'd save.
Well, that was lucky. There's a hole there.
Who's there? Is someone there?
I think he's looking for me.
Some people are commenting this particular level is a bit dark.
Let's try that. Better?
Nothing making noise now.
Whoops.
Thought I saw something.
Yeah, it's not saving. Hold on a sec. We're gonna have to save manually. The autosave thing is being a bitch. There we go. Is there a courtyard out here? Yes, there is. God dang it. Savey save.
Oh, so you said you weren't into Cyberpunk, but, so what's your most anticipated
Hold on
game?
a moment. Game's being janky.
Oh, dear.
Just a moment. I'll just restart it real quick. Because it's not reading the quick save, and I can't lean for some reason. So just a moment. And we will start right back up. Okay. This should fix the problem. Continue. What was that?
Your most anticipated game, since it's not Cyberpunk.
I think it's probably Underworld Ascendant. I'm anxious to see what the fuck?
Ooh.
Is that wood?
You can't mount from there?
Damn it.
Lower, yeah.
There we are. I love it. Love it. This is the kind of level design I was talking about, folks. But yeah, Underworld Ascendant. I mean, it's made by the same guys who made this. It's their first proper effort since Thief 2. Really. Well, not technically. Other Side had existed as like a mobile studio. Is that a table? I think I can plant a rope arrow right in that table.
And of course, then again, there's Red Dead 2.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to that, too. I already made a video, by the way, of my most anticipated games of the coming year, so if you want more detail on this subject, just check that video out. What the fuck? That's not an ominous noise at all.
I'm gonna see if the stream can actually pick that up.
I might have brightened up this level too much. Okay, are we alive here? I think we're alive. All right, gang. I think we may be alive. I do believe so. And just to make sure... Okay!
Yes, we're good.
I don't know what the fuck happened there. This is the work of the trickster.
It is the work of the trickster.
The foul pagans!
First off, let's acknowledge Sir Waffle,
yep,
who donated $75.
What the fuck, man? Thank you.
Dude, thank you. Razor and Terrence, Trent Boogie. Been thinking about getting into wrestling. I like theater.
What a mistake.
I really dig JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which features buff boys kicking ass and posing dramatically. Where should I start? Which thanks again and Godspeed. God, where would you start?
In modern wrestling, by ingesting bleach. No, I can't imagine what would make you want to be a professional wrestler today. Wow! That was the moment where the stream died last time, so... if we're past that, we may be okay. Getting into wrestling, I recommend joining a local federation. Because talent scouts, I remember when I did local wrestling for a while, back when wrestling was worth doing, the fucking Navajo Warrior, who was briefly associated with Tatanka in WWF, he showed up to the event and actually scouted talent.
If you want whatever you want to be, just do it. And don't ask for permission. Don't wait for someone to say, hey, there's a job opening for X. Make your job opening and do it.
Yeah, I know, Val Venus has his own fucking...
he does, yeah.
And so does,
There's also the Arizona Wrestling Federation. There's a bunch of...
Oh, can you get in there?
I don't know.
Should you hear a noise?
Heaven help me, I'm at the mercy of the mantling system.
Don't think you can hide for long.
I think there's another way around. Yeah, I think I have to go... No, go there. There we go. Did that just move? I think that plant just moved.
Come on, stop talking crazy.
Don't worry about it, helmet face. What? I don't know what the hell happened there.
Doesn't Gangrel also have his own...
He does. If you live in the Florida area, he has his own, it's called Gangrel's Wrestling Asylum. And I can't think of a better trainer. He's the real fucking deal. I know people just remember him for a fucking entrance or whatever, but... What the hell?
Man, they're out in force.
I know! And they are uppity as fuck, too.
Don't worry, I'll find you.
He's about to dong me from that direction. And this guy's about to dong me from that direction. Either way, I am headed dongward.
Darkstar says, will you ever do a Verdun live stream? And
Would
will
love
we
to.
be able to join you?
That would be a cool event to do. The only reason I would hesitate to do it with fans is because it's a game that people have to buy. It's not free.
Yeah.
So not everyone would be able to jump in. Alright. Okay, so they're calm now, thank God. Let me be praised! Oh, just missed. Let's make it a little more comfy for me here. Is there anything... Where does this lead? Yeah, you can't jump up there. You can go down, though, it looks like. I'm probably gonna have to,
Ooh. Whoa.
There it is. Can't believe he didn't hear me. How the fuck am I supposed to get up there? I mean, I think I can rope arrow, but I'm not sure the rope would
But they made one big mistake.
reach.
They attacked my home planet.
I have one rope arrow. I am not wasting it.
Save Scum.
I am gonna save Scum. I am the save scum of the earth.
And a follow-up to that very large donation. Sir Waffle donates $25. Goodness gracious. My bad, gentlemen. I can't write good. I meant to ask, which pro wrestling era should I start watching?
Oh!
Which wrestlers or storylines should I follow? Thanks for the advice, though. Keep up the good work.
if you want to get into wrestling, I recommend... I mean, obviously, the WWE Network has a bunch of stuff on it. Unfortunately, a lot of it is scrubbed and censored. If you can get the original versions that are not censored, that's going to be better. Although, it's remarkable how little... Like, WWE will leave incredibly offensive stuff in there. It's like nobody's watching them. Vince Russo talks about this all the time. What the fuck?
I wouldn't. I just wouldn't.
What the fuck? I'm in outer space, y'all! Hey! Free stuff! There's gold in outer space, apparently.
Jump up.
No wonder
Jump up. What does that look like from the other side? Oh my god.
What the fuck, dude?
I wonder if that's on purpose or if that's a glitch.
Oh, no, that's on purpose. I mean, I imagine the clipping there was result of... The fuck?! Jesus Christ.
But storylines and shit to watch... I would say anything with the Brood was like...
Oh, I love the Brood. The thing, have you heard any interviews from Edge or Christian or Gangrel about that? Like, they were just supposed to be undercard fodder. They were supposed to be fed to all the major tag teams. And they got over and basically got punished for it. That's why they got broken up, essentially.
No, I didn't hear any of that.
What the fuck? We're in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, folks.
Did that get smaller? It gets smaller! It's a perspective fucking trap.
Oh my, is that the real one? Yes, it is. I love this level. It's so good. It's still thievery. It's a little supernatural and they fuck with you. But it's still stealth, which I love. This is a classic example of when the Dark Project worked the best, you know?
What were some other good storylines? Like, just pure storylines. I mean,
Corporation versus Austin. Corporation versus DX. A lot of the great storylines revolved around stables, which is something that contemporary wrestling is missing horribly. You need those stables because they... It's like gang warfare. It gives you fuel for the storylines each week. And it makes the audience choose sides, which, you know, makes them spend money, makes them want to watch every single week.
Oh, Ministry of Darkness, yeah.
Ministry of Darkness was awesome. Okay, we'll just get to the last bit of questions here, and then I guess we'll wrap it up. It sucks. I wanted to finish this level. We're right there. But, yeah, it's not going to cooperate, apparently. I don't know. What did we miss from before? Most anticipated game, Verdun live stream, guilty pleasure game. Yes, we answered that question, Saber Iran. Saber Iran, sorry for the repeat message earlier. So then, what are your thoughts on the FF7 remake? Completely unnecessary cash grab, and to make the cash grabbing even more apparent, it's going to be episodic.
And Taryn, thoughts on a rad sequel or a VR remake of the first?
Isn't the new EDF gonna kind of be a rad sequel? Because you're gonna be
that would be awesome.
Gonna get
was.
your giant robots in there.
It would be cool if we got a proper sequel and making VR for the original. Sure, I'm down for both. I want more giant robots.
Okay, Australis Lupus. I've thought of moving to the States from Canada, but the healthcare seems scary for the costs you incur for medical issues. What are your thoughts on the medical aid in the U.S.? I think that's exaggerated. I mean, a good example is I went to the doctor, and so, like, for a while there, I didn't have any insurance. And, you know, you can just walk into the doctor. It was like, for a normal visit, it was like, I don't know, 60, 70 bucks, maybe 90 to 100 at the like, the outside or whatever, like, that's sort of your ceiling. I didn't think it was that bad, personally, and there were no additional costs. I think I needed some antibiotics after. I paid for those out of pocket, and it was like, well, $20, something like that. I mean, if you have a regular 9-to-5 job, you can afford medical care without insurance in the United States, honestly. And the insurance costs are really high, but a lot of that is because of the goat fuck that is Obamacare that we've got to fucking overturn. Pretty much everything wrong with the medical care right now is down to the quote-unquote solution for the medical care problem in this country. But the thing is, with socialized medicine, it's free, but you get what you pay for. I had people I know just about went blind waiting for medical care in Norway, which is just ridiculous. Woke up one day and like their vision in one eye was blurred, so they immediately applied to, the medical care in Norway. And right off the bat, it was like, okay, you're on a waiting list. You actually have to be seen by someone so they can determine if you actually get to see a doctor, right, in Norway. So you have kind of the initial visit to determine you actually have something wrong with you, and then they set your appointment with a doctor. So it was like a month and a half waiting to just get the initial visit, and then after they went to see that doctor, then they're like, oh yeah, something's wrong with you. And then they set the actual appointment, and that was another month and a half. So, fucking 3 months waiting to be seen. In the meantime, wakes up one morning, blind in that eye. Literally goes blind in that eye. And they finally see him, and it's like, oh, it's just stress for your eye or something. They actually got an incorrect diagnosis. So this person was originally from Iran. They go back to Iran and talk to an Iranian doctor, and the Iranian doctor's like, no, you've got fucking myopathy in this eye. Like, here's some goddamn medication. And it was immediately fixed. It immediately ameliorated the problem. Iran had better medical care than fucking Norway. Ponder that for a goddamn minute. Norway is supposed to be the jewel of the world in terms of medical care. Better even than Canada. Just about fucking took this person's sight. But anyway. Apologize for that rant. Oh, what else? Let's see here. Straylock the Marked One. How do you think CNN will spin it if by some miracle Trump manages to sign a SALT-type treaty with the Norks? Probably they will immediately pivot into, not only is he owned by Russia, he's owned by North Korea, too! Could you not see that happening?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I could see it coming a mile away.
Easily. They interfered in our elections! He's a North Korean puppet! A Sojourner. Razor, would you please do a political live stream? Yeah, maybe at some point. Maybe at some point. Let's see here. Anderson Paladin. Hey guys, are you watching the new Ridley Scott TV show, The Terror? No, I hadn't even heard about it. He's producing a lot of fucking shows right now.
Oh, we'll look into it, though.
Black Raptor 311. All right, let me know what you and Taryn think of the minis in the comments. I will. So, shall I try and finish the sword? I mean, we're right there. We're right there.
Literally, like you're right
at
the bottom.
I'm right at the sword. I think we'll give it a whirl. No promises. I hope it works.
We got a couple more here on Streamlabs.
You better answer them.
Peyton Sloan says, immediately went to Steam to get them savings. Here's my thanks.
Godspeed.
Thieves is a good game. You should get it.
Okay. I think I need to climb up here. Jump up here. Don't make a ton of noise. That's not doing it. There we are. Well, at least it'll distract them.
Game's not showing. We're live, but
Hold on.
capture isn't capturing. Don't worry, guys. You didn't miss much.
Okay. Let's try it. Hold on. Okay. Let's see. Is it working?
About to find out.
I just realized the mistake I made. This is 64-bit.
Got it.
Well, let's hurry up and finish this, and hopefully it won't fuck it up.
Is it just me, or did something move? There's a prowler here.
What? Yikes!
Time to take my new sword and get out of this crazy place.
Does that count as the end? Or do I have to get the fuck out of here? I think I have to leave. Yeah, fuck. It wasn't pretty. Hold on. Let's try that again. Yeah, this is the 64-bit. This is gonna crash. This is gonna crash.
Then you better hurry.
Oh well.
This is absolutely gonna crash.
Don't know what it was.
That was the problem, by the way. It was an incompatibility. We were... This game is 32 bits. The streaming software is 64. So there was some kind of incompatibility with the,
I saw something.
Okay.
Nothing. Make a noise
stopped.
now.
Guess it was nothing.
Time to take my new sword and get out of this crazy place.
Mess with me and your crew.
What the hell? What was he doing there? Yikes! No one said it would be an elegant escape plan.
Well, they're not gonna follow you this far.
Oh, right. I think someone's coming. Let's get the fuck out of here. Oh, Jesus. Ooh! Free stuff. Did we get 500 additional loot? Oh, no. I don't have 500 loot. We're probably gonna freeze before I do. What is this? Whoa!
Who made that noise?
There are booby traps aplenty in this fucking place.
There was a chalice on the table?
Yeah. It's okay, there's a few more things to loot here. Damn it. Oh, come on! If deer legs were worth money, I'd be a wealthy fucking man.
Digging around there.
Blow me.
I'll find you.
Look out!
Eek!
Come back here and fight.
Yikes. Oh, okay, he's down there. He's not.
Don't think you can hide for long.
That is a very good texture. Eek! This fucking level. All I needed was 500 loot. Literally all I needed.
Well, he's gonna be a minute.
Yeah.
Crusader Saracen says, Godspeed, gents. T-Boogie, could you regale us on your story from moving from Texas to Arizona, since I'm trying to decide on settling down between the two?
You wait.
You tell the story.
Me tell the story? It happened to you!
But you'll tell it better. I'm boring.
Oh, shut your mouth.
Also, I need to go to the bathroom.
Oh,
We've
my.
been sitting here for far too long.
You great big ninny.
Shut up.
What is this? Hey, I finally got my loot goal. Okay. So, Terengel was, he was in San Antonio originally, I believe. And basically, his family just up and decided, like, we're just leaving. Straight up. There's nothing for us here. That's it. That's that. And, by the way, great little nod there. The woman from Shalebridge. That later, the Shalebridge Cradle becomes a rather important facet of the lore, particularly in Thief Deadly Shadows. Anyway, so they come from San Antonio, and basically they're just like, we're just gonna drive. We're just gonna start driving. And so they just aim west, they hit the highway, and they start driving. And basically, they were gonna drive until they ran out of gas, because they had no money. They just packed up their shit and left. And Phoenix is where the car ran out of gas. So they're like, fuck it, let's get an apartment. And boom, that's how he came here. It's a pretty fucking metal story. It really should be a movie, honestly. Basically just started running until they ran out of... What the... Behind every door is a hipster beard. Eek.
Halt, thief!
What?
I see you there.
You shouldn't.
You done me.
That doesn't matter. I don't need to go that way, so I'm just gonna run, because I want this to be over with before any more bullshit happens. Alright, we're just about out. I don't know how I did it, but I did it! Boom! All done. And hopefully the stream's still alive. Okay, cool. Sweet. Looks like it worked okay. Alright, gang. That is the sword. I'm probably gonna edit all these parts together, by the way, and upload it later. Because, you know, having 4 different streams because of this fucking crashing bullshit is really irritating. But, yeah. So let's... Alright, gang. That is the Thieves Guild and the Sword. One of the worst missions and one of the better ones, back to back. Saber Iran, why can't people just get along? Define people. Many people can. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Are there anything else?
Let's see. Oh, you told the story, yes.
Yeah.
And Razor, thoughts on Donald Trump's recent performance?
God dang it. As I said last time... Shit. Let's just kill that. Thank you. That's what I wanted to do. As I said before, Donald Trump's recent performance, I think he's dead wrong on gun control, raising the fucking legal age. I'm impressed with how he appears to be pivoting around the wall issue. I think that's honestly the reason he signed that thing. It kind of gets... It doesn't give the Democrats a win, but it gives the Democrats the illusion of a win. It gives them a win on a few issues. Look, ultimately, politics is about compromise anyway, so those kind of deals are going to be expected. But it's a very Newt Gingrich move, honestly, which is not a compliment. I believe that is it. Hold on. Let me make sure. God, this is going to be in like 5 parts. Yeah, like 4 parts. Jesus, tap dancing, Christ. The third one, where we actually got a clue of what we were doing, that one was like almost 3 hours long, though. So
it's just a bunch of fucking programs colliding and not liking each other.
Yeah, basically. Alright, so I will edit those together, and... Gang! I cannot thank you enough for joining us here on RazörFist Arcade Live. It was a fucking blast. I hope you enjoyed Thief Gold. It's one of the greatest stealth games ever made, and I think the reason why is because they weren't trying to make a stealth game, they were trying to make a thief simulator. And inadvertently stumbled on the greatest stealth game ever made. One of the greatest stealth games ever made. You motherfuckers are fantastic. Thank you for bearing with us through all these technical issues we couldn't have possibly fucking foreseen. We did a bunch of tests, and it's still fucked up. For Terran Gal, I am RazörFist. God fucking speed.